And
Oh, me. We went to search the chest.
yep, Eve and no, was it you? No, I thought it
Oh
was
no,
Echo.
I went. Yeah,
Echo took
I
off.
went to go check the chest. Yeah. Actually,
We didn't
I did.
actually loot the
I did.
chest, did you? I don't think we did.
We saw that it was open.
I remember looting things.
Yep, Eve
I
and
dissected stuff.
you
Yeah,
were
we
there.
We got a wand, a robe, and a dagger, and
He really
83
he gave
and,
Ergo Moss 5,000 health.
and 83 gold.
Bro.
Yeah, we went because we got 83 gold. Yeah, we investigated the chest already because if you look at roll 20, we had our last rolls up there.
Oh yeah, I need my notes.
So,
Which can you hear everybody?
I think so. I actually looked on the thing. Well,
I don't know. That's why I asked.
yep, I could hear all the noises.
Okay, good.
What's with all the million ones?
Cat, keyboard.
It says kill. If you actually start at the top, it's KLLPP. Kill people.
Yeah, I don't think the music's on my computer yet. Let me finagle it.
oh, what?
What'd you call me? What'd you call me?
What?
I said finagle it.
Oh God, she said it again.
I'm gonna type out what I thought she said in Discord.
No. No.
Did you? Are we thinking the same thing though?
I don't know, but no. Because no.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna be Twitch chat or nothing.
Fidelio.
Anyway, so as you can see on the stream, we now have a big session 13 to make my life easier, try to figure out what the fuck I'm naming things.
Give it up for session 13.
Session
But
13.
yeah, yo.
Huzzah!
This is just a heads up to everybody that doesn't know. I'm now on call this weekend, so if I say game off, it's because I'm going AFK because I have to go to work. So, yeah. So that's a thing. So it may go into intermission unexpectedly, and it's unfortunately my fault. There's not a lot I can do about it. So, but here's to hoping my phone doesn't ring.
If you turn it off, it won't ring.
Exactly.
Yeah, as much as I like D&D, I like money and, money.
What if you send in the cat to go work for you?
Look, hear me out. If I'm making $1 million a month doing this, I will DM every day and not give a fuck. But until then,
Dude,
I
if
have
you're
to answer my
making $1
phone.
million a month, congratulations. You're now the biggest Twitch streamer in the world. I think
Right.
the
Yeah, I'm
current
not that
biggest
good.
Twitch. I think the current biggest one is making
It says
250 a
loud.
month, roughly.
I mean, I'll take. I was just throwing out a stupid number. I don't really believe that, but
I would take 250 a year.
right? I mean, you're not wrong.
I think part of it's just
Yeah.
because it's quiet music.
Yeah. So, when last we left off, the party had managed to kill the end fight of the dungeon, which was a unique strategy of sticking the hexadin in the way of the melees, and they couldn't get to anyone, which was smart. But the roguish fellow that they had found when they first got here had apparently died and come back, and he found and just obliterated the shit out of the caster who failed to detect him twice.
Eve helped.
After the fight, a skeleton started talking to the party and introduced himself as Ergomas of the Nexus. Legion was kind enough to point out to Ergo that Echo had his mask, and Echo quickly left the vicinity and decided to go check on loot, which was far more interesting than the talking skeleton with the giant spear and the crazy wolf. And that's where we left off.
We also have health bars now.
Indeed. Well, I'll just start out. Evelyn, I believe this is everything we could have found in this room. I do find it strange the chest was already opened, but we discussed that last session. Did we have any inkling that maybe? Well,
I don't remember. That's something that y'all can come discuss.
Okay, I'll just say that. Let's check in with Walden. Is Walden even there? I don't even know.
Nope.
We'll check with Ergo, and if it's not normal, I think
Hello.
Walden might have stolen a bit of money out of here. So, unless there's anything else you want to look at in here.
No, that's all I see as well.
Let's go join the others, I suppose. Start heading back.
I'd move my piece, but I'm gonna mean Deku water. Well, kittens run around the room like tornadoes.
Were you gonna say something, Caster? Or...
Yeah, Legion just kind of, as Echo comes in, Lee just looks up from finishing butchering, more just cleaning off the knives and stuff. Find anything?
We found some coins. I wrote down 83 gold. I'm assuming that's what we found.
Sounds about right. Hold on. Caster, were you using your voice changer just now or trying to? Because I didn't hear it.
Did
Okay.
it work?
Now I
That
can
was-
hear it.
Huh, weird.
I just figured I'd let you know.
Yep, no, that's appreciated.
Okay, our
Um,
pieces are not all scaled the same size anymore.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I-
quit breaking.
I found 83 gold, so I'll pass out 20 gold to everyone.
I think we did that last time.
Did we already?
Y'all
And
should have
then-
found items. I told y'all the items y'all got, right?
Yes, a dagger, a robe, and a wand. At least that's what's in roll 20.
Thought you got the wand before.
Well,
No, I gotta.
I see what items to ID Xanthus to.
Yeah,
put
that's
onto
that's from
wand.
before.
Okay, so I didn't write down any items from the chest then.
No, she has them. Those are. I'm just looking to see if. Cool. So, he will notice that Legion's in pain, and he will use a legendary action and heal you. And your HP just slowly starts ticking up.
Mr. Moss, correct? Last name.
Please just call me Ergo.
Ergo. Okay.
Mr. Moss.
Your experience. You said you've dealt with this place before. Is the chest at the end normally opened?
One of these guys should have had a key. Unless you have a rogue in your party, and then they can just open up all the doors.
It wasn't in our party. It was that you probably saw him wandering around
Yeah.
here, little naked fella.
He can't hide from me. Yeah, he's way too low level.
You don't happen to see him? Is he here anymore? Because I believe he probably
Oh,
stole
no,
some
he-
of our loot.
No, he left.
Yeah, that guy stole some of our loot. Yes.
I mean, it's not really yours until you get here.
Yes,
Now,
but
if he were to show up, I mean,
I guess he did kill or greatly wound the priestess or whatever she was. Still.
I mean, if you want to sit here and camp and grind, you can.
No, I think it's time for a rest. Thanks for the healing, and thanks for at least being here to have her back in case something went terribly wrong, which, of course, it didn't. We're all experienced adventurers.
It was a quite fascinating heal that you gave. What was that?
My. Oh, it's called Torpor. It's a great spell. I love it. It takes.
Or.
Yes, Torpor.
Well, it healed greatly, I must say. Thank you again for that. Do you require anything from us?
No. Like I said, I thought Dryan was sending you guys in here to die because he's an idiot, but you guys are still a little low to be in here. I mean, the buffs definitely kept you alive longer than you would have
Yes.
otherwise, but yeah, normally people are a little bit higher level. This is still a newbie, and he literally does the air quotes, dungeon. But even for you guys, it's a little dangerous in here.
I noticed when I got blasted by dark energies for great amounts.
Yes, and I think I died a couple times as well.
Yes.
Interesting.
Did you have far to run back?
Oh, died unconscious.
Yes.
Oh, so pain and suffering didn't kill you. Okay, cool.
Yes.
That does bring me with a few questions. You said farm. I'm assuming that means we can come back in here and kill these same creatures again.
Yeah.
And what's the time limit on them coming back to life? Are they the same? Are they new creatures? How does that work?
How long have we been in here? He's staring off into space.
Should we be heading out before things go bad, or?
I will say this: you start looking at. You would notice this just because of your perception. Almost jerky motions from the wolf, almost like it's turning, facing different positions through the wall, almost like it's watching something that you can't see.
Is your companion okay?
Oh, it would probably have respawns behind you.
Ah, so we should probably start leaving. Is there a quicker way out of here? Is there a back door?
Before we go, I do have a question.
No. Only the way you came in. What's your question?
Are the wisps just the source of light in this dungeon, or are they actually enemies?
I mean, you can attack them if you want a greater lightstone. I mean, if they drop one.
I'm sorry. What now?
Oh, it's just a thing you can put, like on you, and it creates light.
Well,
The greater ones, if they drop, they're worth about a plat or two to the right person. I mean, they're great for people who can't see, though, because it essentially lets you see because it creates light around you. It's pretty bright. I mean, you saw them. They're pretty bright things. They're hard to miss.
Well, maybe we'll try our luck but first we have to get out of here.
Of course. This running back thing you said, Ergo, is
Mhm.
that for everyone in this world? So someone was just die, they just run back to their body?
Normally, I mean, unless someone reses you, and then you don't lose EXP. But I mean,
But what about
Like-
overpopulation? If people continue to breed and you can't die, wouldn't the land get overrun eventually?
never even thought about it.
And that also brought me to my next concern. We're actually not sure what happens to us if we die. We never set a binding place or anything like that. It's
Not
very-
only that, when we arrived, there were 2 more individuals with us.
Yeah.
They stayed dead.
They're dead. They never came back.
That's weird. Maybe you guys aren't affected by the same rules that we are. Huh.
When you
You-
first teach a child to bind to a point, how do you teach them? Imagine you have to teach them.
I mean, it's wherever you're born, I guess, when you start. There's no. I don't know.
And it's there's no age limit. So if you were to kill like a 2-year-old, they would just crawl back to their body.
I don't know. I've never actually killed a child.
What if you died of natural causes like old age?
No, I think that would do it. I don't think I've seen anyone die of old age come back.
Okay. Either way, are you coming with us to head out of here, or are you just gonna watch us flail about some more?
I mean, it was somewhat entertaining. I mean, y'all did really well considering. I mean, you did have a little rogue help. I really didn't think he was going to help you. Thought he was going to steal your loot and leave, or train you on the way out. I don't know. I was kind of watching. I wanted to
Yeah.
see what he would do.
Was it? You probably heard me say a few times that I felt like I was being watched. Was that you?
Or it could have been him, either one.
I don't know. I just had this creepy, that feeling up the back of your neck where the hairs stand up, and
Hmm.
yes, I just kept having
Is that
that.
why you started glowing, Echo? You felt like you were being watched.
This is how I started what? Glowing?
Glowing.
Your the runes that glowed.
Oh, no, that's not something that I fully am in control of. That just happens sometimes.
Well, Ergo, if you wouldn't mind helping us get out of the dungeon, I think we need a little bit of rest and possibly even some discussion.
Fido, kill. Dog just fucking takes off.
Thank you. I guess
I
we
mean,
follow.
he's just gone, and you hear
these-
and you
Is
hear
he
fighting.
running through these walls, or like?
No, he took the path that you got. He just
No, I meant like
rolled
that
it.
door. Does it open, or? Because he's a ghost.
From
of, like,
this
see
side.
that.
From this side, the doors are not locked. They're only
Okay.
locked coming in. Imagine a pressure plate that you can step on the inside, and it'll always let you out.
Yeah.
Minecraft
Is my
homes.
Plants,
Correct. Yeah.
is my plant still up? Like all my
No,
You know-
remember I told you that it started decaying.
Started decaying. Yeah, you said slowly though, so I just didn't know how slowly.
Well, it wasn't this direction. It was only back for the most part. You're pretty far
Mhm.
north from here, so
Yeah.
it did not go through these walls.
Shall we then? I'll just say that to everyone in general.
But shall. This has been entertaining. And I even have some snacks.
Keep an eye out for Walden. If he's still around, let's just give him a little chit chat as I start heading out.
Okay.
Besides the trap that we just walked by, there was no other traps in this place that we saw, right?
Nope. Oh my god, what are you guys doing?
You
So-
shouldn't give me new powers.
I'm going
Oh.
to turn that off.
I see. Is it 600 feet of movement? Yeah, I'll start going out, and hopefully the path is clear. And
I mean, you are seeing essentially every mob that you have fought there's a corpse of it, a new corpse, not the ones you looted, the ones that are just.
Can
And
we quickly pat down the ones as we walk by for like any gold they have?
you try, and you can't.
They just dissipate.
No, but you can't loot them.
Oh, they're
'cause
not ours.
I was gonna ask the same thing, but I was like thinking in terms of game mechanics, you can't loot other people.
Yep.
But, so
Not right away. After a certain time, corpses do become public, essentially.
yeah, and unless you guys want to try and luck with these wisps, I'm good to just head out.
I don't really want to whack a wisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Eve might have if the magic item was cool enough, but
Yeah, well, I'll head out, and first thing I'm gonna do is look for Walden.
He is not there.
Hmm.
I will say this: as Ergo walks through the portal out, you notice his dog is not with him. It does not follow, and he is suddenly no longer a skeleton, but a giant fucking ogre.
Ah, you've put on a little weight there, Ergo.
Oh yeah, and then he quickly taps his necklace and turns back into a skeleton.
You know,
With a-
Brian did something similar. He was a. Oh wait, he asked me not to say anything about that. Never mind.
I know he's a halfling. He's my friend. Why wouldn't I know that?
Well, I
Is
just.
that common for high-level adventurers to disguise what they are? Seems a bit deceitful.
I like it because it shrinks my size a little bit without having to, cast a spell. It's just an item that I just click and it's slimming.
It's so convenience.
A little bit. It also really sounds cool when I cast because I cackle like a undead skeleton and it's great.
Ah. Does it echo loudly? I remember
Nah,
hearing it. Doesn't. Huh. So like a duck.
I mean, I don't sound like a duck.
No, ducks' echoes don't quack.
Wait, what? What?
Forgive me, I had a bit of blood in my mouth. Ducks' quacks don't echo.
I was like, what the fuck? Am I having a seizure here?
Is that another one of those fancy sayings, like the Sioux and the canoe, the soup and the canoe, or whatever?
Canoes and soup.
Yes.
Something like that,
You
yes.
get it, right? Or canoes and soup.
I have no idea. I'm not very refined. I'm just a shaman.
Well, thank you for escorting us out of there.
Yeah, so what are y'all gonna do now?
I think the plan was to go to the Nexus.
It's a little far.
Kitten, what are you doing?
Is there a teleport?
A wizard might be able to give you a ride there.
Yes, we were told to go back to that circle and see if we can find a ride somewhere. We could either go to Oggok. What is it? That's where you're from.
Oggok?
right?
Yes, that's my home.
Or we were told to either go there or the Nexus. So
Well, I mean, What are you trying to do?
Well, since our last informant was pretty unreliable, what do you think we should do?
Well, it's not so much that he was unreliable. Most of his adventuring he did by himself. That's just what druids do here. They're really good at.
Wait, aren't you a druid? Just look to Legion.
I prefer my companions, the symphony of flavor of having multiple people around.
That's because you're not big enough to quad kite yet. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Eventually, you don't need people.
And you're using these terms, like
Hmm.
like in our world, like if I say I'm a bard, it might mean I'm a musician and not like a class bard, right? But in this world, when they say like a bard, they mean a class bard. When they say
Correct.
druid, they don't mean like a natural healer. They mean an actual druid and stuff.
Yep.
Would we use similar terms?
I mean, he's going to use the terms that he knows. Whether you agree with him and those terms mean the same thing to your character, that's up to you. He is going to assume that you know what he's talking about.
Yeah, so it's just I always imagine like in D&D, you guys don't blatantly say, "Oh yeah, I'm a rogue, I'm a druid," but I'll just say this.
But he is clearly saying that.
That's
We-
where my
We're
character
we're
is getting-
isekai, yeah.
That's where he's getting the confusion from. He's like, normally people don't say that, even though we know what they mean. So you speak of these classes, I suppose, or job assignments. What other ones exist here, if you don't mind?
Warrior, monk, necro, paladin, shadow knight, shaman, mage, wizard, druid. He's like literally counting them out on his fingers as he's doing it. Bard.
And Evelyn, you might know this more than me. Have you heard of some of those? I haven't heard a few of those. Some of them I have.
A few. Generally different, colleges or schools may refer to their trainees by different descriptors after graduation.
Yeah, mages are just like weaker versions of wizards, but they have pets that are badass. Necros are like wizards that do fear, and they like skeleton pets, stuff like that. Shadow Knights are just warriors with necromancer abilities. I mean,
I
Are
didn't
you
hear
born
mention,
into the class? Or you get assigned it, or at birth, or is that something you learn?
I think once you get a certain age, you kind of go wherever you want to go. You kind of start out as anything you want, and maybe as a kid, you find out you're good with the sword, so you're like, oh, I'm gonna be a warrior. Or I like getting smashed in the face. I don't know.
and I can help but notice, but have you heard of warlocks? Do those exist here?
No. What's a
You-
warlock?
Just curious. And you say warrior. Is that broken down to like a fighter or like a barbarian or perhaps
No,
a ranger?
well, you see, a barbarian is more of a race, not a class.
Echo's just getting more confused at this point.
An entire
Oh,
race
yeah.
of barbarians.
But
Fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, they can be shamans, they can be warriors, they can be rogues. I don't think they're casters though, other than shamans.
So what's the difference between a shaman and a druid then? Because where I come
Uh,
from, those could be misinterpreted as the same thing.
he laughs. There's no way anybody could possibly confuse the two. See, I can kill dragons by myself. Dryan can kill 4 things at once and not get hit.
Yes, but what I mean is, like, let's say you weren't talking about a class, and someone said, "Oh, go to the local healer. They're a shaman."
Oh yeah,
Um,
cleric. I totally forgot about cleric. God, how did I forget about cleric?
Oh, yes. But like, if we had a local healer from in my town, they might be referred to as a druid or shaman, but they're not necessarily like you. They're just someone who's good with using different alchemical ingredients.
Oh
Use
no! If
them.
someone says they're a shaman, they're a shaman. Most shaman are good at potion making. In fact, I think we're the best at it. Just I don't know why we just are.
Is it? And with your magic, Ergo, do you tap into nature or bend it?
No. He starts to cast on himself. He casts a heal, and then you see him wince in pain as his HP drops drastically. Like I'd say 2/3 of his health just drops, and then
Wait, we can actually see his health bar?
well, you could see the pain that's being caused. You could see him taking severe damage. Like he went from full health to he started casting a spell. It healed him, or you saw the glow because you both have had torpor cast on you, and then his health drastically dropped, and then started ticking back up because of the heal. I don't run out of mana. I can cast
You
as long as I have HP.
you siphon your own life force to
Uh-huh.
use abilities.
Well, I mean, I have mana, and using cannibalize, I can drop my HP, restore
Using
almost
what
all of
now?
my mana. It's called cannibalize. Oh, I love it.
Cannibalism's socially acceptable here. Fascinating.
Yeah, but I'm not eating anyone but myself. It's just called cannibalize. Calm down. I'm not
Oh,
actually putting myself in torpor either.
I, just a little confusing. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess back to the original question. Where should we go from here? What do you think?
Well, my current problem is Arceus. That's my current problem. Because she's apparently fucking up our shit and she stole from us. So, I mean, I'm going to go looking for her. I don't really want to fight her, but, here we are.
Yes, I pull out my little notes. Love interest of Jay, something with mind players.
Ex love interest of Jay.
Oh, my bad. I correct that little leader of some army that might attack somewhere. And this is also just my personal note that someone said. She also seems kind of like a bitch. That's what I
mean,
wrote down.
she's always been really nice. I don't know why she's doing what she's doing. I've never had a problem with her. Her and I have been friends for a long time. I kind of want to talk to her.
Yes, and she stole some items that we can talk about the items later. We don't have to talk about that now.
So you want
Mask,
her alive?
bracelet. I mean, I don't think you can actually kill her, but I mean, if you want to inconvenience her slightly, sure, go ahead.
And you said you're looking for her, correct?
I have a feeling I know where she's at.
This wasn't obviously the Master Badin, whatever, was the leader of those dark elves, right? We never saw her, but since we found the items in a similar area, can I put two and two together? Maybe they're together.
Yes,
Okay,
that would
so
be a fair assumption.
I'll say, well, we actually ran into a companion of hers who fireballed us quite greatly and very annoyingly got away. So we might
For
actually
now.
have to go where she is too.
It's Viden. No, he's probably hiding in Crushbone.
Yes.
Do you want Vendin alive, or could we have him?
I hope that you find him before I do, because as much of a pain as you think he would be, you guys see a skeleton just walking by, and Ergo just glances at it and taps his bracer, and about 3 seconds later, the skeleton just gets slammed with ice and explodes.
Ah, another one of those wandering around.
They're all over the place. They're good for bone chips. But needless to say, as silly as that was, I could easily do that to Viden. And
See, my biggest concern though now is even if we do find him, if we kill him, so what, right?
Some people might stay dead. Depends on the
And-
person.
Echo, we haven't fully tested their immortality yet. There could be dissections that could be done. There are fates worse than death. You know, some of the torture techniques we use, you know, someone can actually survive being disemboweled for hours, holding their own intestines. It's quite fascinating. Especially if you starve them enough and all they have to gnaw on is their own lower intestine.
It just kind of looks at you like, huh? Interesting.
Well, on that
Regardless,
note,
you're more than welcome to come to Oggok anytime. You would be my guests for helping out the town. Geyser's Rest is better due to your actions, and although I can't prove that that's my mask because there are many of those masks in there, you are free to keep it.
mask.
And these
Oh,
were
this-
Dryan's bracers as well. We did point it out to him. He never said anything. Would you like them back?
No, you can keep them. I think he's got like 3 pair. It's fine.
This respawn system in your world with items is fascinating. Is each area a different demi-plane?
I mean, we just call them dungeons, so
Were they
I
cursed?
mean,
A mass ritual sacrifice done on them to invoke dark magic so they keep spawning over and over again.
you know, I never even thought about it. It's just, I mean, a skeleton's a skeleton. Is it the same skeleton each time? Is it a different one? I mean,
and those were humanoids in there. I mean, those were dark elves.
Yes, they were.
As Legion pulled out one of the heads from his bag.
it's not there.
No, really?
Yep.
Legion looks frantically through the bag. Is the hearts there? Are the eyes there of stuff I dissected from the dungeon?
I will say internal organs that you harvested are there, but actual, like if you were to put together the outsides, no. Head,
So the eyes wouldn't be there.
I'm gonna give you the eyes just because I'm having fun with it.
Okay.
But for the most part, corpses will not stay in there for very long. With the exception of some magical creatures, which you have done and you would know.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the bag of coaling is for creatures, not for humanoids.
Humanoids are creatures.
Those
I
dark
mean,
That's true.
Anyway.
Those dark elves, though, like, so have you tried talking to them? Are they're
To who?
reasonable? Those dark elves in there, like, will they?
Oh,
have
no,
purpose?
they're mostly mindless. They'll attack whoever comes in there and goes near the treasure. That's what they do. I don't know why. That's just what they do.
Strange.
There's a lot of things that just are weird. I never thought about it. It's just how things are.
Does your town have a library, a repository of history? Possibly scholars have looked into it?
I mean, Oggok and ogres aren't really known for their intellectual stuff. I mean, we make good warriors and shadow knights and shamans, but I mean, we don't really do books.
So it sounds like, honestly, no offense, if we want to learn more, maybe the Nexus will be better for us. Because we do have a
Oh,
lot
I
of
mean,
things.
Glick's library is fucking huge. So, I mean, I don't know if he has history and, what you're looking for, but, I mean, he definitely has access to a library. I mean, technically so would Dax. The Dark Elves in Neriak absolutely have libraries. They're all about getting their smarts.
Have we heard of that town yet?
Yeah,
Neriak? Yeah.
Okay. I don't have it in my notes. This one. NYERI something?
No.
is it?
Neriak.
Okay. Okay. And then Dax is like a dude in that town.
Daxie is a woman.
Dax is a woman. Is a person in that town.
Daxie is also my friend. She's my former GM. Yeah, and he straight up calls her GM.
Oh, and what is that? Like
Oh, our guild master for the Dark Dominion.
Oh, okay.
She was in charge. She's the one that made me an officer. I don't know what she was thinking.
Well, you seem quite capable in my mind, so.
I wasn't back then. She actually kidnapped me from Oggok and took me to Neriak, and I grew up there.
Like as a child, she snatched you from a cradle.
No, I wasn't that young. I was technically an adult. I had already decided that I was going to be a shaman, and she bought me my first spells, and a bunch of my guildies, they invited me to the guild, and they took me across the desert. And yeah, it was a fun little trip. Which is weird because now the desert's much further south. Huh. He's kind of lost in thought.
Do regions move?
Like an
They
earthquake or something, or.
This is totally unfair to you guys, but make an insight check.
All right.
Passive insight 17, but
Everyone?
okay.
I mean, anyone who wants to try to read Ergo, but good luck. There are actually some
Damn.
really good rolls.
Ethan has pretty good insight.
I'm a druid. I'm a wizard-based, wisdom-based caster.
Yeah, and he's a wisdom-based shaman. Both of you at the 24, he's definitely lost in thought, but it quickly fades. Like both of you saw for a glimmer that he seemed lost in thought, and then like he was trying to remember something, and then it's just gone.
I just give Legion a little side eye and go. Well, what do you all think? I'm okay going to Oggok if that's where you want to go, but I think I'm on the agreement with Legion here. I think we need a little bit more about this world, and I think maybe the next
we
might be a
do,
good
but-
place for that.
Yes, but Oggok could be a nice stopping point. I say we have a long day. I assume it's barely noon. But a bit of rest and relaxation in a large city.
And actually, another good question. Yes, would it be easier to get to Oggok from here than the Nexus?
Let's see, we're still south. Technically, I'm not gonna walk. If you want to go there, I'll get us a ride.
Well, that was our plan. We were gonna go back to the circle and pay someone a hefty price.
No, you're not.
Well, if
And-
we ride to Oggok and then from
You-
there we can go to the Nexus.
You just you see him open up his mouth really loud, and Ergo shouts. I'm not gonna shout, but I'm just gonna. This is a shout. 50 plat, port to Farrat from Befallen. And
Who are you talking to?
then you hear from far away, on my way.
One large beer, Echo shouts.
I mean, you can get one when we land.
Oh, I just thought maybe if you shouted for things would happen for you.
Oh no, they can probably hear me from the ring. We're not that far.
So they just all heard me shout that.
Yeah, everybody heard you, and everyone nearby is probably thinking, who the hell's asking for a beer outside Befallen?
Ah.
I mean,
No
we do
one's
have
ever
some.
considered- No one's ever considered making like a tavern or an eatery outside of a dungeon, especially if it respawn.
I mean, there's like a couple of huts down there that have a couple rooms and some beer, but I don't think anyone actually goes in there except to sell and leave. I mean, the vendors will take like just about anything. But I mean, most of the items that you can get here, I mean, you can sell most of the loot from here anywhere from 5 to 50 plat each, if you can find a buyer.
And that's would we be able to find a buyer in Oggok? Would that be a better next place to
I
sell?
mean, I mean, there's many more people in the Nexus, but places, I mean, any town, you may find somebody looking for stuff, but normally they're going to go to the EC tunnel or they're going to go to the Nexus. I mean, the EC tunnel's not, but not even
Also,
10 minutes that way.
If you're Ogre Moss of the Nexus, why are you not Ogre Moss of Oggok?
Well, that's an interesting story, and he pulls at a chain around his neck, and it's this exquisite neck piece. Bird is thirsty. 1 sec.
I'm just wondering, Sam, have you got my whisper?
Oh,
It's cool.
yes, she was actually taking actual notes.
Okay. I was just curious if your act is like, Echo does too. Probably not as in depth as yours. I imagine he literally like has one of those like old school, like detective flip books, you know.
Oh my god.
That's
Actual
what I.
legal pad.
That's what I imagine he does. So like, you know.
Okay, I think he's.
Gotta pull the stream over, Bird.
Yeah, Bird's gonna bird.
Bird.
I
You
mean,
got a bird can or bird cam.
no, not necessarily a bad
Yeah.
idea, but yeah, I mean, there are places to sell. Maybe you can find somebody looking for items, but we don't have a lot of casters, and there's a lot of caster loot in here, so I don't know. I don't know how many buyers you're gonna have, but I mean, vendors will always take it. Of course, they'll only give you like, 10% of what it's worth, if that.
Well, I believe that anything we couldn't find of value personally, aren't we gonna try to look at disenchanting them?
Doing what?
Disenchantment is a spell we found that exists in this world.
Oh, it's an enchanter thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, enchanters. Ha, I forgot about enchanters. Look at me.
Enchanters is a class, not a profession.
Yeah, they're a class. They're more of the mental type of abilities. They do a lot of stuns and mental enhancement, mental debuffs. Really good with haste and stuff. Um, you should, but you might meet Excite eventually.
Sounds exciting.
Sorry, that's a peculiar name.
Well, she used to go by the name Ecstasy, but I don't know what happened. She goes by Excite now. Just how it is.
And when it comes to enchanting, can you enchant people, like their minds, bewitch them?
Oh no. Well, I mean, she can charm people and make them do whatever the hell she wants. Like even strong things. She can just be like, "Nope, you're my pet now," and then they act like a pet. And
We're having tacos later.
it doesn't last that long. I mean, normally anywhere from 60
So
seconds
it's
to
a
10 minutes.
fetish thing.
I mean, mostly it's for crowd control. That's
Well,
what
each their own.
enchanters are do. I mean, normally if you're getting overwhelmed, an enchanter stuns things, and they can what's called mesmerize, where it just kind of stands there and looking stupid until someone hits it.
I actually, I, it's not called mesmerize, but I do have a similar spell, or at least I learned about it in class or in college.
They can do it as many times as they want to as many targets as they want.
Ah,
That's why enchanters are amazing. Although I can cast haste, excites serpent snake thing that she has, her weapon gives an amazing haste buff that's, doesn't cost any mana. She's click, 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 click. See, mine is my spear. My spear is my clicky. And it just does a stupid mana free debuff dot that is. It really sucks. But I can cast it for free. It ramps up. It doesn't do a lot of damage at first, and then suddenly overwhelms you.
And that's a magical item, or is it something that?
Oh no, this is the Shaman Epic, and it's glowing. Like, this weapon is badass looking. I mean, it looks like a tribal spear, and I'll just show you a picture of it.
Is there only one of those that exists?
No, any shaman can go get it if they do the quest.
And there's one for every class.
Yeah. Bards get the singing sword. Let's see. Wizards get the staff of badassery that just fucking is awesome. Let's see. Shadow Knights get a badass sword. Paladins also a badass sword. I think they get the Holy Avenger. I think that's what that's called.
And
Anyway.
just for humor, how difficult is that to retain compared to, let's say, this dungeon?
Well, I mean, I can do this dungeon by myself, blindfolded, but no. Most of the stuff, I mean, we did as a raid group. Took us a while. I mean, it's still doable. It's definitely easier now than it used to be, but oh god, I don't want to go to the plane of hate or the plane of air at all. Oh, those suck.
Ergo, a bit of an off-topic question.
Mm-hmm.
Does your world have a year, a date of how old it is?
He gave us one. It's year 73, 291.
What?
He told us that because I asked what year it was, and you said 73,291.
Yeah, he was making it up. He just he has no idea.
Echo will say that though. He'll say, yeah, it's 73,291. We were told that last time.
He just he just snickers.
Check.
Is that not correct?
I don't know, to be honest.
It did seem rather high. Most calendars reset at some point.
Oh my god, where is it? I'm trying to find a picture so I can show you what the spear looks like.
Cough medicine, nice.
If you don't actually know Ergo,
There you
it's
Can you- That's what the spear
You don't-
looks like.
Pointy.
you don't actually know Ergo. What is the day cycle here is 24 hours, correct?
I did.
Should be.
And how many days? Do you have years here?
They all kind of blend together. I haven't really kept track.
Are there seasons?
I'll say this. No, it's almost like the world isn't changing.
Are there events that you guys celebrate every couple months? Holidays?
Nope.
Birthdays?
Nope. We all just kind of do our own thing, and I guess we don't really pay attention to time as it travels or doesn't, for all I know. How long have I been doing this?
I'm making this guy question his entire existence.
No, you are. Yes, you are. I will say also with your passive insight, he's definitely holding stuff back from you. There's no doubt about it. I mean, some of it is legitimate. He's not sure how to answer your question, but some of it, you get the impression that he is holding back a lot of information.
Well, like we said, maybe we'll have to do some independent research and study and see what else we can learn.
Yes, it's a very interesting realm. Lots of things. Urgo, what would you suggest to eat in your city? Is there a place of maybe not fine dining, but a good place to relax
I mean,
and enjoy a meal?
there's a tavern. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Huh. Anyway, we could easily just go there, and I mean, I'm kind of a fan of Batwing Crunchies because Dax made them for me. They're so good. One of my favorites.
I've been playing around with the Batwing Crunchy recipe myself. It's definitely interesting.
Really?
Yes. One of the reasons I inquired about dining, to learn more of this world's culinary skills and taboos.
I don't know if there's any taboos for food because I know the different races kind of eat whatever. So
Good to know. I always found limiting your palate to be so suffocating.
I mean, I don't think there's any laws about what you cook. Because I mean, we joke about eating gnomes all the time, and we would. They're small and delicious.
What do they taste like?
Chicken mostly.
Nothing exotic, just more of a paltry taste. Your gnomes are just short humanoids, correct? No
Oh,
feathers.
that's the thing. I haven't seen many of them. Like,
Is it because you keep eating them?
no, it's nothing like that. That's a discussion for later. Let's. Our ride should be here in a moment. And as he says that, a druid comes running up. You're the ones, 50 plat? Farrat? Yes? Ergo nods. You guys ready to go?
Believe
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, gather around.
I go and hold his hand. This is how you're supposed to do it, right?
He throws your hand out of his. What is wrong with you?
That's what we did last time, wasn't it?
Y'all are weird. Pay me for up front. Ergo just hands him. He's just laughing. He hands him 50 platinum. Yeah,
Legion
just
goes
go-
up and
go.
holds Echo's hand.
Thank
These
you.
guys are weird. Cast faster, cast faster. And then shoo, you all vanish. Unless one of you isn't willing. I guess I should have asked for. Nah. Doesn't matter if you're willing or not. You're gone.
Get left behind. No.
So long, fuckers. Peace out, dude. But no.
So where are we going? What are we doing?
Loading, please wait. Just like EverQuest. I'm actually just stealing other maps because I can.
Yep, do it. Still as many
Forest
maps
looks
as
oddly
possible.
familiar.
Yes, yes, it does. Three manticores land as y'all
Ooh.
land. I don't know, where are your characters at?
Hi. Come on.
Sorry, kittens are running around at my feet.
Like a small tornado.
Remember, you have to have saved your injected one, or you have to re-inject it.
Oh yeah, you guys are at me.
Yeah, I think I saved mine. I didn't save non-Dark Elf Elko, but that's okay. That's future me's problem.
Wait, what?
2 legions.
So many legions.
Beautiful.
Such legions.
The legion makes out with the other legion. It is very weird. It's very
Somehow,
amazing.
Ergo turned into another copy of Legion during the teleport.
I didn't save Ergo. I'm dumb. I agree, Deku. I am dumb. Oh no, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, no.
Please don't load everything.
No posture check, only Zool.
Keep forgetting that I have multiple things.
Too tired to wiggly.
And again, you guys notice when Ergo lands here, he's now an ogre, not a skeleton. The druid's like, you were actually more appealing in the skeleton form. Anyway, I guess you don't need so. No. We're good. Thank you. All right, take care. And you just watch him cast a spell, and then the druid's gone.
As soon as he's gone, I'm like, well, that guy was a dick. I think you look just fine, Ergo.
I mean, to be fair, ogres aren't known for their overwhelming charisma.
Well, I happen to let you know that one of my best friends I made in this world is an ogre.
Oh, Thorgun?
Yes, you know him.
He's an ogre from Oggok, and he's a Shadow Knight. I know a lot of the Shadow Knights because of Jay.
Yes, me and him get along really well. He picked me up by the head the first time I met him. From then on, it was smooth sailing.
And you do notice that this circle of rocks is very similar to the one in West Commons. I don't know what the cats are doing behind me. I'm sorry. They're just playing in the boxes from Amazon deliveries. But anyway. But as we're saying, they seem very similar in their construction and placement, almost identical.
So are these made by the druids, and then they're able to teleport between?
I don't know. I don't know much about Druish lore, to be honest.
Can these things be destroyed or damaged?
I don't think anyone's ever tried. Except that dog.
Sorry.
That dog tried.
Well,
Well, are you gonna be walking the town with us, or do you have other business to attend to, or?
I mean, I don't have anything else to do at the moment. Dryan's probably chilling over there, drinking like an idiot.
Well, lead the way, I suppose. Then.
Let me summon my pet real quick. Hang on. Literally didn't save that pet either because I'm dumb.
Just so out of character,
Mhm.
that spell that was casting off, that buff, is it still restoring spell slots or is that gone?
Let me math how long you guys were in there. You took a short rest. It's an hour and 40 minutes. Probably. If it hasn't faded, it's going to fade soon.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So let's just go. And as you walk, he starts walking. What direction is that? It would be south. Yep, southeast.
Cool. Just follow him.
Every so
Yeah.
often, you see the wolf just dart off into the darkness. It's very wooded here. Like you can't see the sky. There's occasionally a clearing where you can see the purple sky, but for the most part, it's really wooded everywhere. I mean, you don't see a lot of trees. You just see canopy. If that
Hmm.
makes sense. There's a few trees, but it seems like it's almost hidden.
This is a very dense forest, jungle.
A little bit. It's near a swamp, but we're on the other side of it, so we get most of the good trees here.
Would
Interesting.
it happen to be any natural herbs or resources we could gather on the way, or is there?
Oh God, there's herbs everywhere here.
Evelyn,
I-
did you want me to
can
take
if y'all
a
really
gander?
want.
See if we can find some while we're heading on in.
Legion's looking around.
I'll keep an eye out. If you can help me keep an eye out, Echo. Nothing, that will slow us down. But if something's obviously in our path, we should grab it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll do that then.
But so far, I mean, you see a couple skeleton corpses that the dog he goes and like one shots it and then runs back to Ergo. So it's just he's like being a sentinel and nothing can get close to you guys at the
That's
moment. And
very useful.
oh yeah, I totally forgot. Hold still, everyone, and in turn he buffs each one of you. You suddenly feel a little bit lighter and quick on your steps, and instead of walking, he starts running, and he's like, "Keep up!" And I mean, he's bolting.
Wait, I've got little legs.
Try and keep in step then. Start chasing after.
You found
that's
that
an
your movement speed is doubled.
Oh wow.
Pretty good.
That's
He's-
an AKA. You're not harvesting anything on the way.
I
Yeah,
mean, you
yeah.
can. You just may get lost.
No, thanks.
I'm following.
We're
You
booking
said
it.
he was going south, man. We're going north, but
Well, I mean,
yeah, we're following. I assume we're just more using theater than mine.
Yeah,
pretty
just-
much. Yeah, I'm just giving
Yeah.
you a rough guess. So
Hmm.
you pass a few stone huts. They look empty but lived in, almost as if the occupants are probably nearby somewhere, but they're large enough to hold someone Ergo's size. They are definitely ogre homes, but there's not a whole bunch of them out here. I'd say maybe 10 total. And they're not all together. They're placed. You can see them and you recognize them as man-made because they're really smooth, flat, white stone. Not completely white, almost a grayish white.
Are these homes, Ergo?
Some people live out here. Yeah. I mean, not everybody wants to live in the caves.
Is Oggok a cave?
Well, I mean, you have to go inside. It's pretty spacious, caverny.
Fascinating. Is there any of humans in Oggok?
I don't think so.
Is there a human town or society?
Why do you ask?
Just curious. We've heard a little bit about humans since we've been here, but we have yet to actually see one.
We'd like to compare your humans to our humans.
As terrible as I am, I'm not a big fan of slaves, so no, we don't have any here.
Great. That's good. That's good to know. But there's no
You
human
consider
society
them
then.
slaves, so they're sentient.
I mean, he just lets out a sigh and he stops running and he's more walking now. Make an insight check.
Okay, insight check too.
Yeah.
Okay. We're
Both
tying
of
today.
you. Yeah, apparently all of us just rolling the same thing. You both get a sense of remorse.
Well, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, if a human were to come to Oggok, they would be relatively accepted.
I mean, unless they did something dumb, like attacked someone. I mean,
Well, yes.
for the most part, I don't openly attack anyone except maybe, people that I know are going to attack us. Like, if Archers were to show up now, she probably would get attacked by the guards, but that's only because we've told them to attack her based on her actions. Mainly your actions determine how you're treated here. It's not impossible for humans to be liked. I mean, if you do enough, then it doesn't matter. One of the tricks and one of the reasons why you see so many people with illusions is because you can often hide who you truly are long enough to make people accept you through deeds.
So you're saying that's what I should do then?
I don't think
if I were human.
Which you are.
Ergo,
I just spaced
Ergo-
off.
Ergo laughs, turns around, and casts a spell magic on you.
Does it just pop?
Which it doesn't do that. The illusion instantly drops. I am more than aware of what you are. No, I don't have a problem with humans. You'll be fine here. No one's going to attack you, especially walking with me. This is my town.
Alright. He will begrudgingly put away the mask for now.
I mean, if you feel better as a dark elf, don't.
No, I'm
I
a trust
don't
this
mind.
guy. He seems all right.
Oh no, he's telling you that if it's bothering you that much.
Live your truth, Echo. You're you. You should be always proud of being you. Everyone has their own unique flavor.
I was actually planning on, staying in my dark elf form until, people get to know me, but I suppose this town seems rather accepting, so we will try it out, I suppose.
I mean, to be fair, if they didn't know you were with me and what you had done for me, you might not be as welcome. But your actions have made you well liked. Or at least, if nothing else, they won't kill you right away.
Very well.
But
They
don't,
say
please,
actions
don't,
scream louder than words.
just don't piss off the guards. They will still attack you if you do stupid shit. that's what the guards do. I mean, they would even attack me, but and he's just laughing at that thought.
You own the
Mm.
guards.
I
In
don't-
your town.
I mean, if I fuck up, they would attack me just because that's what they do. They're kind of like, I don't want to use the word programmed, but yeah, they're pretty much programmed to defend the town no matter what, even if I accidentally stab someone, which may or may not have happened a couple times.
Ah, so you use magic to enslave them.
No,
So enslaving.
no, they
Oh.
don't listen to me other than the fact that I'm in charge. Well, technically Jay's in charge, but we're equally in charge here.
He did say that he was not for slavery, though. So keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
but he said he conditioned them.
No. You're reading way too much into this.
You didn't condition them.
As far as I am aware, no one has conditioned them. They do what they do. They're guards, man. What do guards do? They defend. That's literally what they do.
Yes, but you pay them.
Me personally, no. I mean, the town does, but anyway.
The guards are sentient. Yes, they're not like Golem.
No. They're ogres. They have a job. They do their job. What do you want?
Many things, but to see your town, first and foremost.
And you're starting to near this. It's almost like side of a hill that kind of disappears into the trees, so you can't really tell exactly how far up it goes. But there is a man-made, probably about 50-foot tall, carved path into the side of this rock.
I like what you've done with the place.
I mean, the lines are almost too perfectly smooth. Like, imagine cutting a square out of a piece of pie, a pumpkin pie. The lines are just like they were cut out. It looks unnatural. It is definitely not a natural cut, and it's huge. On each side of the entryway are two very armed guards. They're in what I would describe as plate, but it's almost like they're too small for these huge ogre bodies. It's like, I mean, it does fit them, but like it doesn't cover their belly all the way. Like their bellies protrude out a little bit, but it's
Like
still
a
plated.
tank top or something. Like a
Not
plate tank
quite.
top. Like a fat guy trying to wear a small shirt.
Kind of. Okay, so they don't have. There's nothing covering their arms. It's just a giant. It's like a skull looking. It's shaped like a skull, but it's not a skull. Made of metal breastplate. But like I said, their guts kind of hang out a little bit, and they don't have leg guards on at all. They look silly, but they are guards. Each of them has a shield. Looks like a wooden buckler with a spike square in the middle.
Give him a quick greet, and I'm not saying anything, just a little nod towards them, I guess, as we walk in.
Yeah, they just nod and they let you pass. They don't stop you. They just they give a nod to Ergo. They look at each one of you. They essentially glance you over. trying to see if they recognize you. But other than that, you don't feel anything. No malice, no nothing.
Do they? So you said there's 2 guards.
Yep, just 2.
Do they look identical?
You would have trouble telling them apart. But how well can you tell apart ogres? Other than, I mean, they have helmets on, so you can't really see their heads. You do notice they don't have very much hair, but neither does Ergo. Most ogres have little to no hair.
Thinking of the responding thing, I look at one ogre and I try to find like a scar or like a gash on their armor, and then if I do find something like that, I want to see if that same scar or gash on the armor is on the other ogre.
Make a perception check.
16.
No, they are not identical.
Okay.
They are extremely similar, but they are different people, as best you could tell. They are not a carbon copy. They all look very similar. And as you guys are coming in, there are more guards. Some of them are patrolling, and they do look not. I mean, like I said, they're not completely identical, but extremely similar. If you line them up without knowing their names, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart.
And with that 16, could I see if they're breathing?
They are.
Okay.
So, Ergo, are we heading to a nearby place to rest?
I mean, if you
Or-
want. I mean, or if you want to sell or anything, there's a general merchant right after we come inside.
I think, Lady
Make a
Evelyn, did you
rest
have a few
first.
items that you wanted to look over?
Yes, I could also use some time to resummon Yuki.
Yes, I think a rest will be good for us. We have a few things to attend to. Then afterwards, we'll probably sell or make use of what other objects we deem not worthy to keep.
Did Ryan come pay you guys? I told him to. For your work, helping out Gazer's Rest. He gave you guys stuff, right?
Out of
Well-
character, did he pay us? I don't even remember.
I legitimately do not remember.
I
He
do
gave
not believe so.
he gave the rogue guy lots of money, and I remember that specifically because I was expecting him to give us money too, but he didn't. But he let us keep the items. So, in character, no money was exchanged, but he did let us keep these items, and gave us a lot of information, set us on a path, gave us a buff or two. No cash, if that's what you're asking, though.
Okay.
I did see he paid. I actually don't remember his name now. The rogue guy.
Spider.
What's that?
Spider.
No, the spider. Hefty sum of platinum.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Noted. Anyway, so over here on the right, general store. God, I should actually get his name. Oh, I've walked by him for so long, I've ignored him.
Oh,
He just has general good stuff, water, rations, nothing important. He'll buy your junk if you have junk for sale. I wouldn't sell your magical items to him. I mean, he'll take them, but like I said, 10%.
Could you take the spider in a fight?
The spider? Oh, please. No, he wouldn't stand a chance.
Okay, just curious.
just trying to get a level here. And I heard there's a legendary bard here by the name of Keegan.
Yeah, he laughs. He laughs out loud. I mean, don't get me wrong. Keegan's a great bard. He really is. Great guy. He's a bard.
Yes.
No, I'm done. That's it. He's a bard.
Very well.
He's a guildie. I shouldn't talk shit. I mean, really, but I mean,
Can
he
I
Drop
is.
the tea,
I-
sweetheart.
I-
Drop
I-
the tea.
I don't think I have to insight check him, but can I insight check him to see if he's like saying bards are like a shitty class in this world?
Oh no. Oh, I mean, yeah. Go ahead and roll, but
Because that's the vibe I'm getting from him.
no. What you get is he is picking on Keegan. Bards are badasses, and he likes bards. He really does. He's just Keegan is not a legendary bard. Keegan's a good
Okay.
bard, but he is not. He's not that good.
It's more of my wording is what's the problem. Not okay.
Correct.
Feeling a little better now, Echo. Well, regardless, I still would like to meet him and maybe exchange pleasantries. Because as you probably noticed, I too am a bard.
I'll say this: wizards and druids are phenomenal at kiting and taking on difficult things by themselves without the need of anyone else. Bards are great at a lot of things. They're almost as good as enchanters with crowd control, but in terms of soloing, they could kill, I don't know, 50 to 100 things at once. They're amazing at, well, we call it swarm kiting, and there's also charm kiting, which is just ridiculous. Imagine, if you will, imagine you anger 50 creatures at once, and you charm one of them and say, hey, why don't you go attack your friends? And then all of those friends attack at once. How long before that creature would be near death?
Well, if it were you, it might take a little while, but if someone like me, I would probably die instantly.
Oh no! You would only do this with non-casters. You would not get a group of casters. It's all melee,
Ah,
Exactly. So what bards do is they charm one of the things, send them in there, and right before they die, they break the charm. Then the creature's, a sliver from death, and then they cast one spell on it and they die. And they get, all the loot and experience from killing it as if they did all the work.
I might have to
Or
learn spells
the
in
other-
this world.
Oh yeah, another thing is they just run them in circles and they hit all of them at once. It's a high risk, high reward though, because if you get hit once, ooh, then you just get splattered.
I see.
But watching a good bard do it, it's mesmerizing. But
Well,
I mean,
if you could just
none of them can
again-
solo a dragon like I can. So
well, eventually, you don't have to even it now, but just can you point out where his location is so I can talk to him later?
he's probably at the inn drinking. Where do most bards hang out? Come on.
Ah, That's true.
If they're not actively fighting, they're either playing, drinking, or fucking. Come on. Seriously.
I
Is
tried.
there only one inn?
Here in Oggok, yes. I mean, our town's not very big. I mean, we only have. I mean, it's mostly for ogres. The fact that there's dark elves here is because Jay is here, and he's my friend. But I mean, we get traffic, visitors that come and go. But it's mostly ogres and dark elves, unfortunately. And
Interesting.
a
What would you say
couple of
the
my friends.
population was?
Here, I mean, maybe 400. I mean, the population isn't that large here. It really isn't.
Okay, so we're in the town, right?
Mm-hmm. You're walking down a
Looking
path, and you would notice most of the stuff is carved into rock. There's homes that are just recessed in, and very much like the slabs outside that you saw, exist inside as well. but they're also up and in the walls and not just at ground level. Almost like there's a cavernous path somewhere.
And does it, from at least from the little bit that we're seeing, does it look quantifiable to be it could house 400 ogres?
I mean, from what you've seen so far, no. Most of the stuff you're seeing is what is external.
Yeah.
That you see, like I said, okay, imagine a carving through a mountain essentially, but it's also raining slightly, just like it is in game, but not like it's not annoying. It's just like almost like a mist rain. It's the, you know what I'm talking about, the drizzle that's irritating, but not like you're not getting sopping wet instantly. So there's sky above you, yet you're weaving in and out of what is hollowed out stone.
Hmm.
The ground here is all grass. I mean,
So
there's
while we-
obviously walking paths from people, just just traffic, but it's very low tech here. It's not a city in the sense that you would expect a city. This is a city for ogres. It's their city, how they want the city to be, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm describing it well enough.
No, I think you are.
I'm getting it.
Yeah. And what's the name of this tavern? I'll ask him.
I almost said Bee and Barb, but I know that's not it.
Google it.
I literally am. I don't even know if it has an actual name. I know it's got names of NPCs in there, but I mean, I'm just talking out loud, but Boo Hiss.
Boo hiss.
No.
I'm just looking at a list. There's a bunch of merchant NPCs, but
Yeah. It is the Fungal Toe Inn.
Fungal Toad Inn. All right. Fungal Toe. Oh, okay.
There you go. There you go.
Fungal Toe Inn.
Athletes.
Come
foot
on,
in.
come on.
Got it.
That is an ogre in name. Come on.
Yeah, and this is.
I
the only
totally
one they
didn't just
have.
make that up right now.
Yeah.
I absolutely just made that up right now.
And you did say earlier that's the only one they have, right? The
Yep,
only in tavern.
that's correct.
Cool.
Just as an example, this is a general floor plan, in case you were wondering. I don't mind showing you guys because you're walking in essentially right now where it says to the Farrat. That's where y'all came from, and you're walking along this giant path.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll just keep following him until we get to our destination.
Yep.
And then another query, if you don't mind, Ergo.
Mhm.
Do you have names for the celestial bodies in the sky?
Huh. No, I've never named them.
I point out
Ask
the one.
that's maybe a wizard would know. I mean,
that one's called the sun that never sets.
oh, the one that makes the sky purple. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
that's
cool.
what that one's called.
I've never really looked. I mean, I know the moon. Call the moon Luckland.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Deku.
I don't know if he believes me or not when I say that because I'm trying to make it a thing in this world. So
There's a moon here. How often does it come out?
I mean, it's probably out there somewhere now. I can't see it at the moment, but he's looking. He's literally looking up, walking.
can I just gander and see if I can see a moon?
Sure, make a perception check.
No moon. It's a space station.
That's no moon.
I mean, that's where the other end of the nexus goes.
But his 23 is anything or
No.
yeah, I'm not seeing anything, Ergo.
The
Only thing-
other end of the nexus is connected to Luckland.
Mm-hmm. That's where my amulet takes me. It takes me to the far side. You guys would have to go to the side here and then go up.
Wait, to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I don't know too much about this, Evelyn. You might know a bit more, but how far away is the moon where we come from? And has anyone ever been there?
I'm not familiar with any writings from anyone exploring our moon.
And that's just normal here for you, then, Ergo. Just go to the moon.
Well, I mean, it wasn't always that way. I mean, we opened a path via magic to the moon. There's two ends of the nexus. There's one on this side, and there's one on the side of the moon. And I mean, all the cool shops are on the moon. I mean, obviously.
And anyone can use that necklace of yours to get there.
No, it only takes me.
Ah.
You'd have to get a wizard or a druid. I mean, Dryan could take you there. He's got the spell.
Why didn't he tell us? I looked at Legion of the party. Why didn't he tell us we could go to the moon? I want to go to the moon now.
Okay, hold on. Let me let me explain. The reason that he didn't offer to take you to the moon is because you'll die. I could technically get overwhelmed in certain places on there, and there's really no, for lack of a better term, there's no newbie friendly areas up there at all. You guys would get squished, like
But like,
instantly.
there's like a town though, right? You said cool magic items.
Yeah, but if you step outside, you'll die.
Ah, because you can't.
So
Actually, I don't know if my character knows that, but because you can't breathe in space. That's correct, right?
no. I mean, everyone can breathe on the moon. Why wouldn't you be able to breathe on the moon?
Isn't it the Lady Evelyn? You would know this probably better. Isn't the astral sea around the moon?
Do I know if the astral sea is a different thing?
From this? Yes, definitely. But no, I mean, y'all don't suffocate even on the astral sea. So you know that you can survive on the astral sea. Just you could get lost. But
I guess the question I'm truly want to know does my character or does anyone that any of us would know as a history about going to outer space in our worlds, like and like you can't
I doubt it.
live in
Yeah,
there, right? So we have no
I would
clue.
say Eve would have the best info.
Yeah, that's what I
like-
was trying to be like. Maybe she knows something.
I don't know if there's an atmosphere on the moon in your world. Probably not.
That's
This
a
one
you
there
question.
is. Yeah, see, I don't know. I never thought about it.
Hey, you're the one introduced going to the moon, okay?
Look. That's expansion pack 3. That's just how it is. Of course it exists.
I have Futuramas where whalers on the moon.
Whalers. on
That's
the-
what I was thinking.
I was thinking of Dumb and
Gary
Dumber.
Harpoon.
I was thinking Dumb and Dumber, where he's leaving the bar. And he's like, "We went to the moon," you know. he, he gets all excited. All right, well, I'm done with questions. If we want to take a rest, we can always ask you later.
Yep, not a problem. Let's see. If we follow this around, where? Let's not go to the Shadow Knight Guild.
Guild.
I just looked at Judge real quick. Shadow Knight Guild, does that interest you?
That's where you're gonna find Jay.
Jay?
Jareth, my friend.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, we were told yes. Argo Moss and Jareth.
Let's see. Yep. So you keep following it around, and there's more caves on the left. Interesting network of tunnels on the left. He kind of points that way. The Shaman Guild is in there. It's kind of confusing. You might get a little lost, but I don't think anybody will mess with you in there. Most of the shops are gonna keep going around this way. And let's see. All right. So we go around, and then you take a left, and then you go a little bit to the north, and there's rooms in here. And he opens up a door. And there's a rather large female ogre, um, spaced out teeth, not the most pretty to look at. For an ogre, though, hey.
Oh god. As never mind.
Let me see. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
In the military, we had, military hot, and like in the military she's a 10, but in the real world she's like a 4,
Nice.
Super sexist. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
How dare you?
Deku's making noises at me, but he's now
I have
chilling
to use the
here.
restroom. I'll be right back.
Well, yeah, we have been playing for just a little bit. Does anybody else need your restroom? We'll take a quick break, stretch.
I'm down. Yeah.
I'll
I
take
know
a
we're
nap.
just RPing a lot right now.
There's a lot going on.
We
I
we
mean-
have yet to begin to RP once we get I get you guys locked in.
True. Yeah, because I want to talk to you guys also. With
Yeah, I'm just having trouble because many medication.
yeah.
Yeah, she's been on. I mean, I gave her like a shot of some stuff that is gonna knock her out. I think
It's codeine cough medicine. Yeah,
because she was coughing pretty bad before we
I'm
started. I mean, she wouldn't be
pretty out
able
of
to
it.
play.
pneumonia, not even once.
Be right back.
Yep.
I'm not gonna be right back, but I'm gonna take a nap. Wake me when we're there again.
Oh.
Need my neck pillow. I think it's on the floor. Dang it, cats.
Yeah, sorry in advance, Excite, but Legion has an idea of this world. Whether it's true or not, he's gonna see if it pans out. So he's gonna be asking some weird questions.
I'm just going to tell you that there are certain questions he knows the answers to, some that he don't, some that he's not going to tell you. Ow, that hurt.
So when you're on call, are you on call like 24 hours
Yeah.
on call? Really?
Until Monday morning at 8, I'm on call.
Yeah.
I could get a phone call for literally anything, and if something major happens, I may have to go out to a customer's facility, which means I have to go to work to grab the keys. I mean, most people live far away, take the keys with them when they're on call, but I'm like right down the street, so I'm like, I'm not keeping them because I'll probably forget them on Monday like an idiot. So
Yeah. Damn. Did they ever say like how often it happens? Like, they gotta have an average.
I mean, I was gonna say, how often do companies have IT problems in the middle of the night?
Daily.
Yes. Well, I mean, to be fair, if tier 1 can't do it and tier 2 can't do it, then they call me. Yeah, I'm like level 4.
Okay.
If it's getting to me, it's normally bad.
I'm back,
Yeah.
baby.
Everything's on fire.
Everything's on fire.
I mean, it could be like they lose power and they want someone, hey, power's back up, go flip a switch. It could literally be me powering on servers.
Well, that's stupid.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Yeah.
that's literally what those guys can't do, and I can. So
But you're on call, so theoretically you get paid from Friday to Monday, don't you?
I'm salary, so
Oh. You don't get like
yes,
extra.
I actually
Yeah.
do get I do get paid a little bit extra. They give you $200 a weekend, so
Yeah, you know.
it's not terrible. I mean,
Yeah, that's something.
I know some places don't give you anything, so
Oh yeah.
they're like, you're just salary, and it's not like I'm on call every week. I mean, I think it's like every 6 weeks.
Okay.
Did you hear that? That was Deku.
Yeah.
That was him. He's in a mood, man.
To
Oh,
me, it
Mm.
sounded like when you open like one of those plastic soda bottles where like you crack it and you know.
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes a re noise. That's what he was doing.
Who was Krunga, by the way? Who's that person posted?
Oh, I'm just posting NPC names. Krunga is actually the name of the barkeep in
Okay,
person.
who's Bars then? Is that...
I thought that was the name.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Because
Oh,
I
so
wrote down,
Barsk
wrote down
isn't-
both of them, and I was like, well, who's that?
So Barsk isn't the female ogre?
No, it's Krunga.
Gotcha.
Great names. These are definitely
Krunga.
ogre names.
Krunga.
I like them.
Excite.
Be right back. Anybody not back yet?
I don't think Judge is back yet.
Judge.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
There we go.
There you are.
We heard that. Yeah.
Apparently, muting my headset mutes my and mic.
Huh.
I have neck support now.
Neck support.
Yep.
Keep your head up. I like your
Well-
blanket, by the way. I never said anything.
Yes, big blanket.
Yeah. Your horns go through it.
Yeah, originally I was trying to find one I could scale over the horns, but it just looked so ridiculous.
Yeah, because it would be like way above your head. You just gotta.
Plus,
when
it's
you're-
funny. Just like
just gotta-
stabs through.
Yeah, you just gotta change it to where like it stabs through the actual ear holes somehow. You know.
Yeah.
Let's just step on a kitten.
Funny of those.
It ran at my feet. Nothing I could do about it.
They're really wild tonight.
So everybody's back.
Yep.
Urgo turns. Chunga. Give them a room as long as they want.
Wait, Chinda? Krunda? What? Krunga?
Krunga. Krunga.
Okay,
Sorry. I
Krunga.
said Chunga because
Yeah.
I am also tired. So
Oh, Krunga. Yes, thank you. Shall we introduce ourselves?
Urgo says you can stay.
Very
She
well.
just shrugged. She's definitely not. I'm not going to say she's dumb, but ogres are not known for their high intellect.
She doesn't really care who we are because the boss came in and said give him a room, pretty much, right?
Pretty much.
Hello?
So,
Oh, we can hear you.
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh no, that's what's going on. It's Discord is going through my headset that I've never used before and not my actual mic.
Gotta
Oops.
switch your
Ah.
audio.
I see. Oh, I see. Oh, the music stopped. Uh-oh. I just double click my chat box and roll 20. How do I get it back to not pop out?
I don't know.
What you want to do is you want to delete your System32 folder.
Try just
Can you hear me
closing it,
now?
and
Alright,
it
just
may
give
go
us-
back.
Give
Do
me
I
1
sound better
second.
now?
Yes.
You sound
Actually, you
better now.
sound way better, yeah.
Okay, that's what's going on.
Oh, yeah, you just have to refresh the page. Okay. I did not know you could double click the chat and make it pop out, though. It's kind of annoying.
Where?
But, thank you, Krunga.
Do you guys need something to eat? She can whip up some, lizard man if you want.
Lizard man. Is that a humanoid type creature?
I mean, they walk around on 2 legs instead of 4. They're kind of intelligent, but
I think I'll pass. Do you have anything else? It's okay. No,
he's looking. I mean, we do have batwing crunchies. They're not
Batwing
as good as Dax's, but I mean,
I'll gladly
our
try
local.
those.
She's like, Krunga turns his bread. There's like literally a stove right there, and she starts taking some bread out, like just giant loaves, like literally, like probably about as big as your head at least.
Oh, Echo
Just
doesn't eat
giant-
carbs, okay? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
He's
just
Echo's
pretty gluten-free.
fruitarian.
All right, roll initiative. Fuck you guys. You've insulted the ogres too many times. No, anyway.
Legion would ask Urgo.
Ergo, is there a kitchen facility that is available for rent in this town?
Kruger just points to the stove. Stove.
I could
Your-
use
your-
that.
Your friend's not so smart. You just got told you were dumb by an ogre.
How about we just get the food and head to our room and we'll rest for a little bit. Will you be staying here also, Ergo, or
I live here. I have my own place.
uh,
Do you
if we
want
need to? Should we stop by your house later, or?
I mean, you can ask any guard. They'll take you to me. I'll leave word with them. But
My
I mean,
question is, did they give us all rooms or just one room?
Yeah, I was gonna get a separate room if I need to.
Yeah, and Echo actually. Yeah, I should have brought that up. Echo's
there
actually
there
made us
are
learn.
exactly 2 rooms, but they are ogre-size rooms. They're not. They're probably bigger than your rooms at the inn, but everything in here is bigger also. Like the bed is bigger. The bed could easily one bed could fit probably 3 or 4 of you.
Echo wanted to get his own room this time, but he'll manage, I
this is-
suppose.
This is literally a hole in the wall. I am trying to stress that you guys, everything is etched out of rock. Like it's not polished. It's not pretty. It is function over everything. It does exactly what it's supposed to do and nothing more. Think of it almost like a Klingon ship. And nothing in there is for comfort. It's just it serves a purpose. That's what it's for. Not supposed to be. I don't know. I mean, the pillow is rock.
Really?
Yes, yes. You are in an ogre fucking town, man.
At least I have a bedroll.
I mean, you do. You all have blankets. You all have something to sleep on. I mean, it's still up and off the ground, so I mean, you don't have to worry about bugs and shit.
Sucks for the
so.
people that actually need to sleep.
Right.
I mean, you'll get a night's sleep no matter what.
I wonder if we can set up one of the tents we got in the room, like make like a pillow fort.
Dude, you could put the tent on the bed. It's huge.
The bed's just a rock. It's a
Yeah,
rock.
well, no. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's carved stone. It's got legs, but it's off the ground. Yeah, it just,
carved stone and rock is same thing.
sir, there is a very distinct difference. You will respect ogre craftsmanship of
It's not a
smoothing
rock.
stones.
It's a boulder.
Dude, I'm gonna smite all of you.
But unless anyone wants to do anything else, I would like to retire to my room, and if Evan wants to, I want to talk to everyone as a group for a few
Oh
moments.
yeah, same.
Yeah, there's no keys. The doors are literally stone that swivel.
I was gonna say, is this just a rock we push in front
Yeah.
of the entrance?
Yeah, you need you need to be
I mean-
strong enough to lock the door and unlock it.
They're
Roll a strength check to door.
you're all fucked.
I got 8
No.
straight.
Only a judge can open and close the door.
Yeah. Judge has the only key. His
You
muscles.
retire when I say you retire.
The reverse of you will sleep when I put you to sleep.
Yeah. Nice.
Anyway, but no, they do have doors. They're actually made of wood. They're not stone, but they are very heavy doors. Like they're thicker than a normal door. Like a normal door is, what, 2-3 inches thick at most.
Hey.
No, these are these are like logs, like trees, full grown trees just wrapped together and put on a hinge. They're fucking huge and heavy, but they still swivel at your touch. And there is a latch on the inside, so you can lock it. It's just not. It doesn't have a key so much. It's just literally like like a stall in a toilet where you just kind of slide it over to lock it. That's about what you get. A little bit better than that, but not much. Rogues do not have a problem breaking into ogre houses. Just throwing that out there.
I well, head to the room with the fat wheat crunchies, a little bit of bread.
Yeah, and no one has asked you for any money.
I would hope not. We're still owed money, apparently.
Yeah, clearly. um, but if everyone's in the same room, I'll just say, "Well, new town. How's everyone doing? Just checking in. Been a while since we had a moment to ourselves."
Yes. Seems we have a lot to discuss.
Do we?
There's
I just wanted to check in and say hello. What did you need to talk about?
Oh, yeah, well, I think there's a bit more to discuss about ourselves. You've all been very entertaining, quite delectable, but there seems to be more you've not yet revealed. Also, the fact that this world just may be some sort of demi-plane with some god or deity just ruling over it like a game. But,
Yeah,
you know,
and actually, when you do say that, Lady Evelyn, you've been taking vast notes about this place. And I've been taking similar notes, maybe not as quickly or elegantly as you, but does his statement have any merit?
I'm sorry,
Uh,
because I was arguing with the bird. What?
does his statement have any merit about us being like in like a weird place that it almost seems like someone's playing a trick or a game on us or something? Obviously none of us know what a video game is, but we might know what a board game is, and it seems like we're in a weird place that has vastly different rules. So I'm trying to see if his idea has any merit to it.
Well,
And
there are conditions somewhat similar to the dungeon we entered, where a pocket dimension or a series of dimensions could be set up to perhaps accomplish something as this reality. Perhaps there's a large enchantment, or that's simply how things work here.
yeah,
Wait, I have a
Yes, but
question. I have a question. Hold on. We have a tiny hut spell, don't we?
I believe you had a scroll of that, right, Sam?
I think I gave it to you. No, I have the physical scroll on me.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I think because
Because you couldn't learn
I
it
can actually
yet.
learn this spell. Apparently, I never added the extended spell list to my character sheet, so I learned I have like 20 more spells I didn't know I could do. Over the break that we had.
Does the tiny hut have multiple rooms? Is it a pocket dimension?
No.
No.
It's a
It's a
10-foot
sphere.
circle.
Yeah, it's
You could fit 6 medium creatures in there, I think.
I think you're thinking of the mansion.
Oh,
the
yeah.
mansion, which I can learn eventually. Hint, hint. Will have a literal mansion. So.
And I can make the front garden for the mansion with the Druid's Grove.
But yes, I don't know. There seems to be rules that don't really make sense and don't seem
yes,
to maybe apply to us in some situations.
it's like this realm, this reality is almost just devised on a whim. It's almost, it could be used as a torturous method. I remember when we first came to this realm, I did ask if it was, or someone did ask if this could be a plane of hell.
I thought it was a dream.
It could be the same thing. A new torture method.
Oh, there's only one way to test it out. All right, Echo. You want the stomach or the chest?
No, wait.
You're gonna kill him.
Oh, by the way, your buffs have faded. I would say that you still have the enchantment that makes you move faster, but that's it. It's just movement speed.
Okay.
Your other one has faded.
Let's not be too hasty there. Let's. I see where you're going with this, Judge. But let's try a different experiment first. Let's try setting a binding point and see what that does, and then move on from there. Fair enough. Because what if I die and appear back in the starter town? What do I do? I'm just stuck there.
You just send us a message,
And how would I do that?
and she make friends with the spider.
True, I suppose. You gave me an idea in character and out of character. Sending messages. I think I've heard about that before. I need to rest inside.
Well, I do have these items to identify, and I do need to resummon Yuki.
Do you require assistance with any of that? I don't know if it speeds it up or slows it down, but I'll gladly help if needed.
Yes. Well, setting the fact of this possible torture dimension aside, fascinating idea. Yourselves. Would you like to elaborate more?
If we're gonna get to play, get to know yourself games, I would like to do that over a drink or two. As our gracious host said, bards are known for a few things, and one of those was drinking.
I think it might be time we test out disenchantment.
I agree with that too. I mean, and out of character, I know I can't help you, Evelyn. He's just trying to.
Yeah.
But if we can't help you, Lady Evelyn, then we can just leave you to it as you spend some time working on those items. If you feel left out of the conversation or wish to join, feel free to at any point. How long will it take you to do all that, do you think?
Oh, around an hour.
Ah. Well, I suppose we can get along with the personal questions while we wait, and then we'll save you for last, huh?
Wonderful.
I'm irritated because I cannot find my loot.
I was wondering what you were doing over there.
Magical.
I'm trying to find the items that I gave you guys, and I have had to reboot my machine a couple times unexpectedly, and I think I may not have saved a couple of things because I'm not finding them.
But Notepad
Magical
archives everything.
The robe and the dagger that hold have fallen.
You got a good hour of us role playing to find it.
Yep.
I do have a question for you though, Excite, while you're looking. On the trip in, did we pass by like an armor or a smithy of any sort?
Ogre, you stone club. No, just kidding.
They're
I
all
mean,
wearing
you're not-
plates, so they got to get it from somewhere.
Yes, there is. Okay.
If we haven't came across it yet on our travel into the town, into the inn, then don't worry about it.
Make me a perception check.
Oh yeah, because I'm a fantastic at these.
I'm just gonna see if you could
Hey,
I
possibly
believe
tell.
in you.
Nah.
Well, I tried.
yeah.
Uh,
To give you inspiration for real life.
you get the impression that there probably was something that you just didn't notice. I mean, you were kind of looking around. I mean, this was a new thing. You were taking in a lot of stuff, but you didn't hear anyone actively smithing. But you get the impression that there's something here.
Oh.
There's a table, right? Because Eve is like setting up in our. I'm taking it in our room since she likes her privacy in hers.
Oh yeah, there's a table and chairs in each one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Oh,
walk up to her and set down the sword on the table, and just tell her when you're ready. Here's this, and I am gonna go to the general store.
Wait, am I supposed to be disenchanted? I don't remember what I'm doing with the sword. Out of character.
Yep.
Identifying.
It's one of our
Disenchant it.
useless trinkets.
I think once you disenchant it, but
I forget. I don't like. I don't have it written down, so I don't know what sword it is.
It is the. Let me pull up my tab real quick. It is the bone-bladed claymore.
Ah,
Oh, the one that took me forever to make because it decided to use the different damage dice.
disenchantment is a first level spell, though. I don't. Can you ritual cast that?
I think it can only be ritual cast actually,
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
if I
Oh
recall
no,
correctly.
you can cast it. It'd be a level 1 spell slot if you
Well,
want to
that's what-
cast it, but
That's what I was asking. I don't know if it's a
you
ritual
can
spell.
ritual it for free though.
Okay,
Oh.
gotcha.
It'll just take you 10 minutes, just like
Did-
identify.
And then
I was
do
about
we
to
get,
say, yeah, you can cast it, but it still takes 10 minutes though.
do we
yeah.
get any spell slots back from the buff, or was that?
Yes, everyone would have gotten at least one more spell slot back before the buff faded.
I've had all my spells
Just,
since before the last mob died.
one or
Damn you.
Did you have a level 1 to restore?
I need 4 level ones. I have
Then-
0 spells.
Then you would have gotten one back.
Cool.
Just wait till y'all get KEI cast on you.
Yeah, it's like I need a level 3, but that's fine.
Yeah, so it'd be pretty much exactly an hour with that.
Yeah, and then summoning Yuki too, right? Or can you
That was already counted in my an hour.
Okay. Well, he's going to the general store. I suppose we could either join him and leave you here, Evelyn,
Judge,
or
what were you going to get to the general store?
did he just already leave?
Did he piece
I
it?
was I
Wait.
was gonna look for a new shield or
I
possibly.
can't open the door without you as he locks us in. No.
Okay, I will point this out just because I tried to make it clear in the last town, but it's going to be very similar here. The people who make stuff are not necessarily the same people who sell stuff. So you said you were looking for someone who is forging stuff, but you may be looking for a vendor if you're trying to buy stuff. Does that make sense?
We said
That's
he was
why I
going to-
said the general store.
Well, I mean,
I
there's
was
different
going to
vendors
start
selling
my
different
s-
things here.
I was going to start my search from there since I didn't know. That's what I was doing.
Okay. You definitely remember walking before you guys came through these extra
Well, he
tunnels. on
pointed
your
it
right.
out, so I would know where the general store is.
Oh, that guy? That was just one of the. That's just the first vendor as you walk in. You can't miss him. He's just got food and drink and stuff like that. He pointed that out. If you're looking for something other than food or drink, you're gonna need to go somewhere else. Like they've got bandages and shit.
I was literally going to ask where stuff was.
I would try to flag down Judge.
Judge, maybe a bit of discussion, and then we can all go out shopping together. There's a few things I'd like to nip in the butt, so to say.
I'm okay with him going off while Evelyn finishes up. That way, when she's done, we can all discuss together.
My character in character, I'm trying to let her have her space and not be loud or annoying or bother or disrupt in any way. And I've just been excited to go shopping. Out of character, I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, since he's gone to piss, I was gonna, or whatever. Definitely let him go first, and then we and Excite can or me and Pastor can talk, but do you want just me and Pastor to RP for a little bit, or what order?
I mean,
what
whatever
order
you guys
do
want to do. I assume I'm going to be giving info to Ash as she enchant or
Not Ash.
as she
That is
Yeah.
Eve.
IDs.
Wrong
keep saying-
character.
I'm like every single time I go to talk to one of you, I go Ash, Zam,
Ash,
Eve,
Zam, Eve,
I-
one of them.
and I go Caster, oh no, Legion. And then
As long as I'm
yeah.
not calling you by your real name, I don't care.
Yeah. But I guess Echo will say to Legion, well, if you have any questions for me, fire away. Or we can wait and do it in a little bit.
Fair enough. I can figure out a few things more about you. The glowing, and then the minor melancholy that came afterwards. What was that about?
Oh, I did not think you would go straight to that. No, I definitely need a drink if we're going to talk about that.
Fair enough. I imagine you might be able to
don't-
swim in the drinks here.
Don't generally speak to people about that, to be fair. But I suppose
If it makes you feel any better, I am an open book. And Legion kind of gives like this weird bow.
You are also the only people I know. How about this? I'll wait for that question. I will wait for Judge to come back, and also to have a few drinks. So, on that note, Echo will go downstairs, go to Krunga, and
We already know.
see if they have anything that will pass as ale for humans and not ogres. If that makes sense. Not sure how good grog will be.
So the 1d10 plus 2 claymore, he's disenchanted.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I am back.
Welcome back.
Okay. But is that alright to do?
I'm sorry, what was the question? I was answering.
I'm trying to
something
see
else.
if there's any alcohol that would be good for a human and not like ogre grog, like something that I.
Oh no, they have fine wine. They have all kinds of wine. But the innkeeper will just she'll try to push the cheap shit on you because, as I said, they're not really charging you. But they've got a nice selection. Like you walk out of your room and Krunga has like there's a bar here. She has tons of stuff.
Okay.
Like there's more of a selection here than there was in that town.
I will.
This is still a capital for ogres. It
I
gets a
will-
lot of trade.
Yeah. I will tell her if it's on the house, I'll take the cheap stuff. But if she wants me to pay, I will gladly pay for something a little better, and I will buy a bottle of fairly good red wine, not the top shelf, but middling, and then I will get
She gives you a 99-year-old port.
for human. That's you know pretty good.
Dude, you came in with the boss. She's not holding back.
So I'll get that. I'll get like a pitcher of some sort of dark ale, and then I'll ask them if they have fermented like goat's milk or something.
Cow milk?
Or cow milk. A milk that Judge might drink that with alcohol in it. I don't know if he will. He's not here, but I'm just gonna get it anyway.
Alcohol plus milk. She. It takes her a minute to ponder this. She hadn't thought about this combination before.
I'm thinking like Game of Thrones, the fermented mare's milk they had. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm just thinking White Russian.
That's what I was thinking originally.
Okay, I'll ask your equivalent of a White Russian then.
She she does get, because I made her roll for it. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Really good dark.
She gets a clear alcohol, and she pours milk into it and slides it your way. And
Thank
she just
you.
kind of shrugs, like, eh?
Sure, and I will just go back upstairs with our drinks. I'll set them to the side for now, use them for later. But I'll just say it back to uh, Legion. Once again, we'll save that question after I've drank a little bit. Any other questions?
Of course. Oh, curiosity, what did you get to drink?
Oh, I know you're busy, Evelyn, but they gave us this 99-year-old port here.
99 years.
That's if you wanted to have a glass or two, that's for you. I got a little bit of dark ale for me. That's what I prefer. Well, I say a little bit. As for pitcher, how big were their pitchers actually? Now that I think about it,
Bigger than your head?
Can I even carry it? Did I have to like have it delivered?
No, you can. It's just I figured you were like,
Multiple.
you hear that?
Oh
That's
yeah.
the cats. That's our kittens. I figured
me.
I figured in my mind you were like holding all of this stuff like against your belly as you're like waddling towards the room. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not very far. I mean, and if you had asked, she would have helped you carry it. You just
No,
didn't.
yeah. I didn't
So
think about it until I was like, wait, their picture of beer is probably fucking huge, But either way, well, I asked for a picture of dark ale, and they gave me this as I pull out like a mini keg. And then I got this for Judge. I'm not sure if he'll like it or not. Give it a smell if you want, but it's milk and clear liquor, so I suppose we'll see.
Interesting. Could be a new drink for him. But, so a 99-year-old port.
Yes,
It is something to keep track of.
Actually, you're right. They didn't say. They kept. You know what? Actually, I want to bring this up real quick, and maybe we'll bring it up again when everyone's here. But Ergo, at some points, seemed to be withholding information, but at other points, he seemed to be genuinely confused.
Yes. Bit of bewilderment and holding things back.
Like, it seemed like sometimes he truly didn't know about things that seem obvious to us, He didn't seem to be asking these questions that should have been answered a long time ago, if that makes sense.
Yes. And normally, people name things in the sky. You named it as soon as you got here.
True. Yes, you're absolutely right. I saw it, and I was like, that's weird, and here's a name for it.
Yes. They don't have one. And, I must admit, I don't know the year on the prime material plane. Some memories are still a bit muddled between all the plane hopping. What year was it when you left the prime material plane?
It was DM.
700. No,
My character actually would know this because, and he
No,
would have
you
known
would.
the date he left because his certificate that he never picked up had the date on it. He was so excited to pick it up, and he never got it.
definitely would be at least 1,200 years after the what is that called?
Second age.
I was gonna say the cataclysm, but yeah, we'll call it the cataclysm.
So and
Divergence.
just for the convergence or the cataclysm.
Yes.
And are you going actual Forgotten Realm lore?
I was just giving a time and an event that occurred. That's normally how time works.
Yeah, something drastic happened.
Something
and-
terrible happened, and history started at that point.
Yeah, so 1,200 years after the cataclysm. So
We'll say 1299. How about that? We were coming up on. You're coming up on a now. You were coming up on a nice round 1300.
oh wow, we would have been new generation.
Party like it's
That party
No,
like it's
13.99.
13.99 or 12.99. Sorry.
$12.99. Sounds like a good deal.
No.
take 3.
So I'll tell him that. Well, I was actually looking forward to it. The new uh century, we're about to head into the 1300s actually. So 12.99 was the
1300s.
yes of after the cataclysm, of course. You remember that?
Excite.
You were a little busy torturing and killing. Did you really
did he-
care? Did you really
cause the
care?
cataclysm?
No, he
No.
definitely didn't.
Oh god.
How
was gonna
long
say-
was your character, in the Nine Hells before you were whisked away?
Uh,
I mean, this is your backstory. You tell
yeah,
me.
it's a decent amount of time, but also time goes weird in the Nine Hills.
Yes, that's why I was like, how
So-
much were you paying attention? You were a little
Yeah,
busy having a lot of fun.
Yeah, it could have been 50 to
Time
500 years.
flies when you're having fun.
Especially when
yeah,
you're
so do body
torturing
parts.
people. Yeah.
So generally
Time
speaking,
is a strange soup in the
Yeah.
Nine Hells.
Legion and Human died at 24 though.
and generally speaking, what year do you think it was when you died?
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do this.
Cataclysm. Doesn't ring a bell.
Actually, I looked to Evelyn. I know you're busy, but Cataclysm, correct? That happened 1,300 years ago or so, and you remember it. It was taught to everyone. It's very common, right? How would someone not know what that is? Ow.
I
Trip.
didn't really pay too much attention. I was hunting through the streets. Was
Huh.
it a big event?
Well, what do you
There-
think the word
there was-
cataclysm means?
There was definite shifting of mountains, ground splitting open, fire, volcanoes, crazy fucking weather. It was a mess.
The world was upheaved, and it was such a big event. Supposedly, I wasn't alive for it. That, well, was enough to restart the calendar.
Fascinating. Lots of pain, screaming, dismemberment.
I imagine so.
Very
Even-
steep depopulation.
Sounds like a good time. I'll have to look that up when we're done with this. Whatever this is.
Speaking of that, I'm curious if you had the chance, would you stay here or would you go back home?
Oh, this has been very entertaining. Why would I leave? I'm not bored yet.
Oh, I guess maybe you're the wrong person to ask.
I might be, but there's still so much to be done here, so much to be tasted.
Okay,
Imagine a
I'll save that question for the others then. But I guess to just move things along, if you're okay with that until everyone's here. I guess if you're okay with that, I mean, you just want to kind of chit chat to the side for a little bit until everyone's back,
I mean,
or
Oh yeah.
is Judge back?
Been here.
I meant like but physically in character back, like like he does his thing, meaning I'm just kind of bullshit.
Okay, that's fine.
Like, Because me and him will talk for hours. Like we
Yeah, I
already
know.
have.
Yeah.
Like, we will
So,
literally talk for hours if you let us.
all right. So, Judge, I guess Judge is walking around Oggok looking for shops. Is that right? In character, or did you wait with them?
I waited for a minute because Legion asked me to.
Did
So-
you want to
so
chime in
what-
with their discussion? Because I mean, you're right there.
I mean, if you want to do that, then it's like as seen, just Judge waiting there.
Well, Judge, if you'd like to stick around and not go shopping, we can start prying and dissecting you with questions. You wouldn't mind?
Sure.
Do paladins normally use ranged magic? It was quite interesting, the unusual energy that shot out of your hand in the dungeon. Quite fascinating.
It seems to be a new occurrence.
Magic from this realm?
I mean,
Oh.
you know what a warlock is, and you've seen Eldritch Blast,
Oh, I 100% know what a warlock is.
Is
and
He
you
asked
definitely know
about
what Eldritch
paladins.
Blast is. So,
yeah.
He asked about the paladin specifically and about the harm touch.
oh, is that what he was
No,
asking?
no,
I
no.
thought he was talking
I'm
about
talking
Eldritch
about
Blast.
I'm talking about Eldritch Blast.
Oh, okay, that's a confusion
Yeah.
on my end then.
No,
I
I
agree.
knew what he was talking about.
Before you answer, here you go, Judge. And I hand you, since you're here, what appears to be a milky-looking drink. I assume the alcohol in it kind of made it a little
Okay,
watered
so-
down. I will say there's alcohol in this, but it was made by the bartender. She assured me that it was good cow milk with a little bit about a clear liquor in it. If you want to try it. But
I'll
I
take
just
a
hand-
sip. What does it taste like?
It tastes like milk and rum.
Rum.
It was a white Russian.
like a white rum,
Uh,
pretty much.
She chose a white or clear. Thank you, Deku. A clear alcohol, and put milk with it. So she spiked your milk with rum.
That was an in-character rum. Like,
Well, I
Oh,
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I was judging the choice of liquor.
That's.
Judge was
I
judging.
asked her for an alcoholic milk beverage, and her being an expert, that's what she gave me. Is it good? I didn't try it.
It's different. It's not what you were expecting, that's for sure.
Yeah, we'll just go with different.
I mean, maybe if she had put some cinnamon on it, it actually would have been not too bad, but definitely not. Needs a little something else to it, just to. Yeah.
Well, if you don't want it, don't feel bad about tossing it or whatever. But I figured,
I mean, it's drinkable. It's not like you're gonna throw up instantly from drinking it. It's different. You've never had rum and milk.
New experience, I imagine.
I'll start drinking. Well, I probably would have started already, but sipping on the ale.
Yes, to the maybe I wasn't being clear. Did you form a pact with a new creature?
No.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm inside checking.
Checking them too.
Sure.
Oh, good. Yeah, there we go.
He's telling you the truth.
Or am I?
Dun, dun,
Okay,
dun.
I am answering that question. He's telling the truth.
25. Pretty good.
Correct. I'm telling the truth.
It was the correct answer. I mean, you didn't change who, you just changed you. You're still serving the same person. That's what you told me.
Then
Technically.
and how did you acquire such eldritch energy?
Probably the same one as always. I've already told you guys that the Raven Queen.
Yeah, but I think he was thinking.
So
And
you were a paladin of the Raven Queen. It's
That was
very rare
champion.
for champion of the Raven. It's very rare then to form a pact with the same deity out of character. Super rare.
My character doesn't know that, but what he does know, or what he thinks, is that you made a pact with someone else, but now he's realizing that you made a pact with the same person. But he doesn't know that it's rare.
So you just asked the Raven Queen for magic in a different way.
She likes to meddle in my day-to-day.
Did you exchange something for it? Sacrifice, soul, firstborn child?
Not that I'm aware of.
It's always the things. I've seen a few demon warlocks. Sometimes you're not aware of it.
I will say this: I don't know too much about warlocks in general, besides that they're a thing that exists and they can do magic. Do they always have to sacrifice something to attain that magic, or?
To make a history check.
I was asking that in character.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying.
Okay. Okay.
If you want to know if you would know, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
From my perspective, there's probably other
From my
entities out
perspective,
there.
the Jedi are evil.
The high ground.
Yeah. But as far as I am aware, I don't think they all require some sort of give and take. So since you already had a relationship with the Raven Queen, maybe she just wanted to give you a blessing in a different way, perhaps. Did you ask for this, or was it given freely without your consent?
I'm honestly not sure. Like I said, I don't remember much about my past.
Yeah, but
That's true.
this happened recently. This wasn't your past. Unless you were, since you got here, were you always able to shoot eldritch energy?
Out of character.
I'll make you think, Judge.
This is literally your story. So you're writing the rules. It's how did this happen to your character? It's up to you.
It's more
in
of
my
like the
in my
memory
mind,
loss.
in my mind, you could, since you're multi-classing, you can see it as one of two ways. This was always the path that the Raven Queen was going to put you on.
Exactly. That's what I
Or-
meant by she's meddling in my day
Yeah,
to day.
that's what I got out of it. And she was always going to instruct you and give you the powers of a paladin early on, and the cataclysm itself kind of changed your trajectory even more, and she's giving you the tools that she thinks you need to succeed where you're at.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was basically, I've already had this conversation with her while praying.
But you
But
may not
I
necessarily
don't-
be conscious of it either. Just because you're talking to your deity doesn't mean that.
They've responded.
Correct, and not directly. I mean, it could just be feelings, it could just be abilities, stuff like that. It may not she may not necessarily talk directly to you. So
And that's where I was getting at. Like, my character wouldn't know either way. It's more of like it's just a happening. It's something that's going on with
Yep.
me.
Yeah.
But in character, I have no clue.
is that not scary, or is that where the faith comes in?
Have you tried contacting her via magic or something?
Not recently.
Not even a hello, a greeting card.
You definitely, whenever you've taken the life of things, you definitely feel the familiar presence, but not as strong as before. Before, when you killed something and you were delivering them to the Raven Queen, you could feel it. Now it's more like a tingle in the back of your mind as opposed to something present. It's very much far away. That's the impression that you get. But you do still feel some connection. You can relay that if you wish. That's up to you. But as you guys are talking, Eve is now finishing up, and you are done identifying, and you have a bunch of dust.
I guess if you
Oh,
guys are still in the
I
room,
would have
you would
handed-
see the dust.
I would have handed Eve the vials as well that I purchased for.
Oh, Eve
that
has vials,
specific-
but yeah,
Well, I
it'll
literally
still
bought
take
it for that, so.
Considering how much I got, will it fit in the vials?
Y'all didn't see a whole lot. I was trying to explain. One vial is probably about. Let's see, you got 50. You would need 5 vials.
Okay.
And they would be filled to the brim.
How many vials do you have?
Me, I just I remember asking Excite if they had vials at the alchemist shop that we kept going to, and he said yes, and I said I wanted to purchase some, and then we never determined how many.
Oh. I mean, I have a list of how many I have somewhere. I'm going to let you have the dust and the vials, so I want to take my vials.
Did we have any healing potions that we used? You got a couple of vials there, right? You use vials, can't you?
Sure.
Yep. Trying to see.
Yeah, I don't see any.
I remember what it was. Eve purchased vials, and I contributed money. That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's number of vials I have? I wrote down I have 13. Okay, so I'll mark off 5 of them.
And I have 2 vials, so
You want to give me 2?
if we're doing discarded ones.
Just write down that each one of them is 10 plat of dust per vial.
Okay, so hold on. 5 vials.
And you're giving me how many?
Five.
You know, actually, I did think about it. I could have technically disenchanted that while you identified.
Technically. Alright.
That's but whatever.
Alright, so it's 5 vials with 10 platinum worth of dust per vial. You want to hold
per
on them?
vial.
Pretty good.
That was from one item.
Yep. Well, this appears to be the amount from that sword. I don't know if this is a typical amount or if I'm able to get more or less than average, but nevertheless, we now have this. We can try enchanting with it or sell it. We also, the items. Hold on, I gotta separate out my list. That could be quiet. Wait, what spell was on the dagger? Or it's just once a day? Hold on. Well, we have 4 items here. The first of which is a dagger. It's a named dagger. Does a little bit of improvement to your intellect, but it also allows the casting of a single spell once per day for free. A minor spell.
Well,
I mean, that sounds rather useful for anyone, honestly.
Think of it like a ring of spell storing, but you can just set it to any spell that you know that is a level 1 spell per day, and you get essentially one charge of it.
Also, I don't remember if that attunes.
I'm sorry?
I don't remember if that attuned. I think that one did. Yes?
This one? No.
No. Okay.
It adds int, like actual stat.
Yes.
Plus one
Yes.
How
You
much?
gain 1 int.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, I have an even number, so technically that won't help me.
I mean,
But obviously the
is
spell. The
it's,
spell
is the wizard 20?
I mean,
Is
I'm
the
not at
wizard want-
20. I'm at my int is at 19.
that's yours then, obviously.
Yeah.
Probably take that.
Yeah.
The robe improves your defensive capability as well as it may make you a little bit faster, which is +2 AC, +1 Dex.
And
can
it
you
is a
hold up the
robe.
rope? What does it look like?
And it's a thaumaturus robe, isn't it?
It's literally the robe that the lady was wearing, but I can get you a picture if you want a picture of it.
Is it like the bathrobe, the one that I made before?
This one's slightly more fancy than the one that you made. This one looks better than the damask robe. It's more expensive. Like, literally double the price.
So this robe essentially gives you.
Gives you double the AC of a damask robe plus 1 dex.
So I mean, like so. What does the mask robe then give? Like, what's the?
It's just 1 AC.
But what's the default? Like, so. Without armor, it's 10, and then so with this, it would be 12. It would be your default.
No. It just gives you plus, like a ring of protection. It gives you plus to AC.
Yeah, but you can't like wear robes and armor at the same time, can you?
It's more. I imagine it's more like a cloak that you can put over armor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Because it's like, unless you don't wear armor.
Throw it on Judge. Stack even more armor.
I was wrong
DM
last time
kills
as
us all.
well. I am at a regular 19 armor class without Shield of Faith.
Cool. Noted.
But I added wrong to my buff earlier. I was going back and looking at my armor again because I had set it to a custom, and when I was scaling it back down, I had messed up. So it is 19, not 20.
Oh yeah, I
I
gotta
gotta get rid
remove
of
that.
yeah,
Magic
the
armor.
Dryad buff.
Yep.
The Dryad buff
Yeah.
AC. Well, I mean, unless someone else wants it, Echo could use more AC, but even then,
I have been going down a lot recently.
Yep.
yeah, you go for it.
Well, we also have another item to help with that. The blackened wand here will also improve defensive capabilities a little, as well as make you a tiny bit more resilient. +1 AC, +1 to Constitution.
It says a wand. Does it cast a spell?
Nope.
It's a magic focus though. If you want to replace a focus, a different type. But we do have this other one, this rod, which does the ability to summon a corpse 3 times a day. I believe, from my understanding of the spell, it's your own corpse, but I'm not entirely clear on the details.
Could we test it? We just use it. We'll summon a corpse.
I totally just hand him the rod. Go for it.
I use it. I have to attune to it?
Nope, you do not have to attune to.
I just kind of chant food.
Does it work?
Yeah, it does. What you get is a corpse of a rat that appears directly in front of you. It looks like it has fresh puncture wounds in it, as if it had just been caught by something, and it summoned it to your feet.
Fascinating. A little small.
That's your corpse? Wait.
No, he summoned a corpse, and because he didn't try to summon his corpse, he got the closest corpse within range, and it happened to be a rat.
Can I do like a survival check to see what type of puncture wounds or?
It's a cat, but roll. Go ahead. It's still a cat. Even if you roll a 1,
Settle
That is a
down.
nat 20.
Wow.
What was the cat's name?
it is a house cat. It's a tabby orange. There's a little bit of fur still on it. It looks like it was playing with it for about 20 minutes before it finally killed it. You think maybe it's someone's pet because the hair is very, very clean. Not a Tom stray. There you go. That's what you get for your natural 20.
It seems I took someone's meal on accident.
A wand of rat summoning. Dead rat summoning.
Well,
Interesting.
The wand does have charges. Started with 3, but it should restore each day.
Yep.
And I couldn't really feel the magic. Is this like a quick? Would you say it would take like a full amount, a decent amount, like a spells amount of magic, or more of a bonus amount, like something quick?
That's the DM question. Is it an action or
What?
a bonus action?
Oh,
it
no,
an action
it
or
would
bonus
be
action?
no, it would be an action.
I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. He didn't specify.
No. It's an object interaction.
To use the rod, even though it casts a spell.
Yep. For this, yes.
Okay.
This is you got a newbie item from a newbie dungeon. Most of this stuff, it could be useful, but it's not really overpowered. I'm sure Caster's going to find a way to break this item, and then I'm gonna have to take it away from him. But in the meantime, no, you could use it to help someone who's lost their corpse. Maybe just as an example, what if someone can't find their corpse and their res timer's running out? They don't want to lose experience.
There you go.
Not, hey, I see that giant beast over there is gnawing on something dead. I'm gonna take it from its mouth because that'll be funny.
Cause fuck you. That's
Yeah.
why.
Hey, it's a
Alright,
summon corpse, so I can summon skeletons, right? Can I summon the skeletons out of people's bodies? No, I'm just kidding.
Asking for a friend.
The robe, I guess, is the last item. I already am wearing a cloak, and I'm wearing leather also. So I wouldn't have to take one of those off.
So
I mean, your cloak of billowing might be very irritated, but
Yeah.
Or you
So
could take the wand and Caster could take the rope. I don't know, one of
I
the
don't
two
know.
of you.
You can have both because, like,
I mean,
I'm keeping the cloak
out of-
billowing on.
Yeah. So out of character, I'm completely fine just getting the staff, the corpse summoning staff.
Of course.
But mechanic, yeah, of course. I'm gonna figure out a way to break it.
I know you
But out of character, game wise, I'm at 9 dexterity. So if that gives a +1, that
Yeah,
make
you-
me a flat
you'd
even,
have to
and
take
then
the rope thing.
It will also give me an even.
Oh,
it will give you
zero.
an even. You take it then. You're the tank, unless you're already wearing a cloak. don't
I
think
am
so.
not.
Yeah, because I gotta rock the cloak of billowing. I had some with these, but yeah, I'm
What
good
am I
with
looking
passing
for?
it. So
Yeah.
if you're good giving it to judge, and judge
Oh,
always.
yeah. Dude, I got a corpse of rat summoning.
You
Or-
gotta
or
make
lucky.
the items anyway, so.
Hmm?
You gotta make the items anyway, right?
Do I? Oh, I do, don't I?
Yep.
Rip.
The nice thing is though, we do have that dust. We could try to enchant something at some point as well.
Ooh, actually, like, DM question: can you enchant an already enchanted item?
I don't know.
Because if I can
Could
enchant my
certainly
cloak
try.
of billowing
No, I
to
mean-
make a cloak of more billowing, I'm gonna do that.
It actually just plays with music. It's the cloak of
Yeah.
epic.
I didn't put my
Exactly.
voice changer for that. But yeah.
I want it to
Yeah,
be like
epic
way off of the distance, like way longer than it should be, with some music
and just
playing.
trumpets in the distance, and then a random
Yeah.
spotlight just shines on you. You get negative to stealth.
Bonus to distraction, though.
Excite, just to answer your question, you said it has the thing, but it like I need to do something.
Okay.
And that was it.
Just so you know, Edna from The Incredibles disapproves of that cloak idea.
No capes.
Yeah, no capes.
Oh, by the way, Snack, did you for Echo want to mark off the scroll of Tiny Hut as learned, and I'll take it out of my stuff?
Was it in reverse because Echo can learn it, and then you?
Doesn't he
'Cause we
still
can
have
both-
to
we can-
learn it?
we both can
But-
learn the spell. I just didn't take it for level 3 because.
Well, then
Oh,
I'll just
yeah.
leave it for now.
Yeah, because I just
Oh.
won it. I
Wait,
can already.
Can
learn
the
that
scroll be disenchanted?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Tiny Hut's actually quite useful though. So we should keep
Yeah, I didn't take it because I know we talked about it earlier, and I thought you were gonna take it. I can change my spell list around though. I think you can too. So it's not that.
Yep,
big a
I
deal.
can. I think you should take it.
Take it now. I don't know. I already got
Sure.
some- All right, so
Yeah, take
if
the scroll.
character, if you want me to, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need the scroll because I already know the spell. You know.
Do you? I thought we still had to unlock them.
No, that just allows you to change it, but it also doesn't go against what you know, right, Exciter? How's the
Correct.
spellbook work?
Oh,
Yeah.
so you can learn, like, I can learn the spell without having to actually take in one of my spell slots? Or not one of my
Correct.
spell slots,
I
one of
mean-
my known spells. Oh.
I mean, yeah, anything in your book can hold as many spells as you put in your book, and it does not count against you.
Okay, well then I'll definitely take that because. I
Because then
thought-
you could,
yeah,
like, if you're not
But
a
I mean,
ritual
you still-
cast, you could, yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then yes, then you could use it as a ritual cast
Yeah.
because it's in your spell book. So
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I thought you were gonna take that. So you could do the hut
Okay, so,
while Eve does the IDing.
yeah, so I will. How long does it take to learn that spell then? Ooh, takes
So
a while,
level
right?
3,
Isn't it like an hour per? 3 hours?
and you're adding it to your spell book? No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I want to do because I want to have it learned all the time.
I mean, most spells, scribing them don't take that long.
I'm gonna go look at my wizard thing and prove you wrong. Give me 1 second.
That's fine.
Yeah, because like learning a spell with the scroll takes a long time.
Oh, with the scroll. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was.
But with your rules, it's been taking a little bit less time. You know what I mean? So I'm not
Correct.
sure what the situation is for this one. You know what I mean? Like, let's see.
I mean, I have the thing that gets me do 2 minutes per,
Yeah.
because that's literally my class feat. But You must practice the spell. For each level of the spell, the process takes 2 hours and normally costs 50 GP. So we were waiving the gold costs here, but I think
6 hours?
it should be 6 hours for a
That seems a bit excessive.
I disagree. I mean, how long does it take you to learn a thing IRL?
10,000 hours.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yep.
All right, yeah, 6 hours it is.
Okay, so Echo will definitely hold on to the scroll, and unless you want him to, like, it's actually like 1 o'clock, isn't it? Like 2, 1, something like that. Okay. If he can continue conversation while learning it, he will. Otherwise, he's going to wait till later to learn this. If that makes sense. He's in a talking
That's
mood.
fine.
What color is this cloak that I have obtained?
Wasn't it a black one?
I have to go look.
I was supposed to say, wasn't it a black one? But I could be wrong. I could be thinking of the other one.
It is a bluish color.
A light bluish or a dark? Oh, it's a dark navy blue.
With a even darker blue trim.
Okay, the robe is made, so you just have to refresh your page and it should type in Thermos robe. And that should be there. I can just use Cloak of Protection. I just use Cloak of Protection as the baseline, so
Yeah.
really quick, and then make it the next one. Where'd you put it? It's in Roll20 chat. Okay, black.
And we're
one.
probably going to call it here for tonight, guys. We're both pretty exhausted. We've been sick for
Dying.
a bit, and yeah,
Fair enough.
she's still coughing. I mean, I know you've heard it a couple of times tonight, so we're
Oh, good. Yeah, we got some D&D in, and
yeah
we get some more.
think of more questions for more lore.
Oh, I have so many questions. Like, I hope you don't. I hope you don't feel picked on, Judge. But it's like my character is just trying to discern how much entertainment he can get out of you, and that is like picking you apart. Of what is this entity?
Judge
I mean,
doesn't mind because Judge
that's just
doesn't
you
know.
IRL.
Nice.
I would have asked like a million more questions, but I was like, let's just keep moving. You know.
Oh, I got more stuff. And then we got Echo, and then why does it glow? And then, like, what part of what nobility part? And then why if Echo mentioned something about metallic, like silver dragons or silver dragonborn, so then why is Ash multicolored, or Ash? Why is Eve multicolored? What was that? Is she chromatic? A rainbow dragon.
Rainbow Dragon! Rainbow Dragon!
Oh my god.
Lisa Frank Dragon with all the colors.
Yeah, we have a lot of questions to ask each
And then
other.
Hey, thanks
and
for
then
sub.
you guys are
Well,
like,
we don't have a lot of
we just
questions to
gonna-
ask you because you just you're an open book. Like, and the questions we do have, I don't think we want answered.
Yeah, a lot of our questions were like, we don't want to know. We don't
Yeah,
want to know.
I can
No,
tell
thank
you because I've looked this up. I can tell you the best way to fricassee a kidney, which is actually so you actually have to use the intake and outtake arteries, and you drain it because it's basically the same as a deer kidney, and then you fill it with liquor, and then you put it in a fire, and you almost
Why?
flambe.
Why? I
I
don't
also
need
have
this knowledge. I don't
I
need
also
it.
have deer heart, a deer heart
Return-
recipe that I
return to
found,
sender.
which could be
Unsubscribe.
Push stop,
Unsubscribe.
too.
Unsubscribe. Push mute. Push mute on Legion.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
great. We are gonna have like a great British Bake Off. Something. It's gonna happen.
I'll make pigs
be
in a
great.
blanket.
Lols.
I mean, does your character even know how to cook? Is this just like a noble rich kid?
I think she has no idea how to cook.
It'd be great. Great. Teach you how to cook.
It's gonna
Great.
fucking
Cookie
nat
lesson.
20 it, and you're gonna be like, holy shit.
Cookie lesson
she's-
with Legion. Yeah.
I'm gonna
it's
make beef
natural.
Wellington.
Oh, Do you remember how to make beef Wellington?
Yes,
It just comes to you.
Instinctively know how.
I do.
All right, so we're gonna add the items for next time. Figure out what our plan of attack as a party is for next time, and
Judge is
Legion Rage
going
messages.
to a shop.
Wait, who do I need to read my message? Oh,
Judge is going to a shop. Judge's shopping spree.
I'm interested in the dust.
No, I don't know. You just didn't say anything.
Well, it's because we got other stuff. I was trying to make the items as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna enchant something. That's else something Legion's gonna push.
Chaos.
Is that the same spell, by the way? Enchanting, disenchantment, or are they separate spells?
No, disenchant is its own thing. It literally just breaks items.
Disenchant. He said was a spell, but enchanting is a process still.
Okay, but we don't have to learn like a spell. We just have to do the normal enchanting process, or do we even know?
I mean,
You
she
don't
did
know.
it. She cast the spell to disenchant.
Yeah, I mean,
Enchanting, you don't know.
That's what I was. Yeah, because I haven't
trial and error, my
I
dude.
just forgot because I
Chaos.
never bothered.
And yeah, and just as a heads up, Legion wants to try to use that a little bit of that dust in his cooking.
Oh my god, we're gonna be so high.
Oh my god.
We're
I
gonna
do have a
taste
question.
colors.
Go ahead.
Did the dust turn out the same as the dust we saw in the alchemy shop?
It is identical, but the amount is more than you saw there.
Yeah, Eve from your one little item made more than you saw in the shop in one go. That's why
Yep.
she was like, I don't know if this is more or less or what, but this is how much I got.
Yeah.
So we don't
So
know
that's
yet.
a thing. Remember when I talked about breaking the economy?
We're gonna break the economy.
Y'all are gonna break the economy.
But I mean, this is like
Nice.
this is just the Rick and Morty episode. Is that a lot? Is that a little? We don't know.
Yeah. Go get me these crystals. You just saved this party!
Judge swirls one of his vials and then chugs it.
Chugs it. Oh my god.
Chugs it or snorts
You're
it?
like a
No,
little kid
I'm
eating
sorry,
a glow
I'm
stick.
sorry. If you
Kid
really want,
eating a glow stick.
if you really want to do that, we're gonna have to do that. Remember that for next episode if you're serious. I can't.
You're gonna
I
turn
can't
into a
do it.
gibbering mother.
We're on the wild magic table.
All right.
7 times.
I wanted to try that class anyway.
I mean, excite. I will give you my Fey Wild Magic D1000 Wild Magic table.
It's gonna
Well,
turn him
or
into like.
unstable. Here, I'll post
Anyway.
it for everyone.
We all turn into
Get a
toads.
candle.
All right. Good night, guys. Thank y'all very much for tuning in.
This was session 13. Give it up for session 13.
Yep.
Now boarding.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Night night.
Have a good night.
night.
Thanks for watching.
Later.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Hopefully with less pneumonia.
Guaranteed.